looking at that meme too much with that poor cat that's like looking at a knife. I don't know why he's making that face. It's the weirdest face for a cat.
It's Wednesday. My dudes, Nick's here, Robert's here, Austin's here. Hello.
Yeah, we're all here.
Hi, we're all here.
We're all here. We're gonna play
We're all
some
here
Mount
for
Your
beer
Friends.
cream.
We're gonna play some Mount Your Friends. We're gonna play some Wreckfest. We're gonna play some Skribbl. Why don't we play?
What is your cream?
Oh, it's, you know, you get a little hair cream on your life.
I thought for sure you were gonna say, and I apologize for the word I'm about to use. I thought for sure you were gonna say on your pussy. I don't know why.
Well, yeah, you put a little hair cream on your pussy if you're feeling like
It's
it.
just the way you led into it. I was like 100% odds he's gonna say pussy.
Can I just say, like, literally none of us say the word pussy right? Like, it just
What are you
sounds
talking
wrong
about?
coming out of
I
your
say it
mouth.
fine.
I don't know, man. Try to say
do
it. Say it right now.
Pussy.
Now,
I don't like that at
Yeah,
all.
that's definitely wrong. Yeah.
now I feel weird saying it because you made a big thing about it.
I know.
Join on me,
I-
please.
Okay.
You gotta say it like the dictionary, like reader on like Google. Pussy.
Pussaga.
I like it.
Pussako.
I don't see you in the Mount Your Friends.
Yeah, you're
Ryan.
not in Find Friends.
You're
for
not
some
on the
reason.
Mount Your Friends.
You're offline on Steam.
What?
That'll do it.
Oh my
That'll
god,
do
did they
it.
do some new privacy settings?
Who
I
were you
swear
hiding from?
to- Signed out of Friends. Friends network loading. Okay, now I'm online.
Oh my god.
I don't know what happened. Oh, it was probably the Steam update yesterday. Okay, play online. No, don't search for matches. Stop. Steger! When I press the button without
Steger.
even looking at the menu, the game doesn't do what I want it to do. Play game, private online, host for friends. Alright, you're good to go.
Hell yeah.
Trying not to humble brag to Bear that you're beating Darkest Dungeon or something.
I would like to not... What's the opposite of humble brag? Brag?
Arrogant brag.
Arrogant brag? I would like to arrogant brag that I beat Darkest Dungeon. It's also just
Did you
life
do it
that
on
I beat the
mode?
game, and the decisions I made in the final episode, people are still, like, tweeting me, and they're going, like, why would you ever think that would be the right move?
What? But you beat it though.
I beat the game!
So
Yeah,
what
that
are they
does
mad
sound like
about?
you.
I don't know, man!
Yo,
You didn't
but-
beat it right.
By the way, can I just say, did you guys know that you can affect these men on this screen here, by the way? If you click
Oh,
on
yeah?
it?
Oh, yeah, you are not
I
joking.
never did that. Yeah.
Those
Why
men
am
are
I-
affected.
Why am I using a controller? That is very dumb.
Yeah, your
Yeah, that
YouTube
made more
comments
sense
are
than
real,
the old one.
real angry all the time, man.
YouTube?
Yeah, specifically yours.
No,
What?
it's all though. Like
It
Start
is
a new
all.
channel.
but, like, yeah.
Start a new channel from scratch. See what happens.
No, I don't really care. Like, if the community wants to be mad, that's okay as long as they watch. I think that's basically okay. And then I have the people on Twitch that are like, you know, they're all exclusively very nice.
Yeah.
To me, at least.
Yeah, they're like from yeah.
that's not even true.
I know. I banned a subscriber yesterday, and then
Oh no!
and then
What?
I was getting mad. I don't care about backseating, but literally, like in Magic yesterday, there were like 100 people in a row that were just like, "Hey, you're fucking stupid." So I just found one, and I went, /ban. And then when I was showering later, I was like, I kind of feel bad that, like, that definitely should, it's timeout worthy, but I'm not sure if it was worth a perma.
Oh no,
So, like,
you can ban away, my friend.
no, but then
go right
I
ahead.
was like, you know, they were, here's the thing, okay? The way I treat it, at least, is not an okay thing to say. But I also understand that when everybody else is saying it, it sort of sends the message that, like, hey, that's what we're doing right now. I'm
Right,
gonna
like
be
the
part of
nerd
the
Right, so
crowd.
ban all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like
so.
he's just following orders.
Then I found his Twitter because he had a common name, and I said, hey, I banned you earlier, but mostly I was just tilted. I'm sorry. And then he said, I'm sorry, I was being kind of a dickhead. And I said, you know what? That's how it goes, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't lie. I'm a big softy too. When people like message me and they're like, "Hey, I got banned in your channel. I'm sorry." I'm like, "All right, fine, you're unbanned."
Yeah, and then I reban them.
For those of you at home, I believe she said, and then I reban them.
Yeah, correct.
But why does Northern get to talk to Hafu?
It's a great point. Yeah.
I also, like, I have a rule about people who get banned, because sometimes, you know, I'll be in somebody else's chat, like I'll be in Austin's chat, or I'll be in Corey's chat, or I'll be in Robert's chat, I'll be in Nick's chat, I'll be in twitch.tv/Twitch's chat, and they'll go, hey.
Yeah, you're not accepting an Oscar. You're fine. You can keep going.
And they'll go, hey, I got banned in your chat. I was just wondering if I can get unbanned. My only rule is, if you tell me honestly why you got banned, I will unban you unless it's horrible. If it's truly heinous. They're like, man, I was just saying the N-word to be a shithead. I'm like, okay, you know what? You should have to make a new account and, like, lose your whatever progress you have. But if so many times people are like, yeah, I was drunk and I said, like, hey, fuck you, asshole. Then I'm like, okay, you know what? That's a story I can understand. So I will unban you. Please don't do it again. And thank you for your humility.
Yeah.
I've never gotten drunkenly boisterous in somebody's Twitch chat. Maybe I should try that.
But Twitch didn't exist when we were, like, you know...
Yeah,
that young,
that's
where
true.
we're like, hey, let's get hammered and then just like be toxic on the internet.
Oh God, I'm so glad actually.
We are the luckiest generation.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's what we are.
We get the internet without the consequence.
Yeah, no, like I would have been actually an awful person on Twitch back in the day.
Yeah, probably me too. I would have been like one of those like 18-year-old dudes who like wears a suit everywhere. And I would have asked people to debate him like all the time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying.
You could do a Twitch thing about that and wear your suit on there.
You think so?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it looks dapper. People like that.
I mean, there are Twitch channels that wear suits, and I would never do it, but I do tend to like those channels. HJ Tenchi always dresses up for his streams, and I think he's
fancy.
That's true.
He's a fashionable man.
He's got those nice vests going on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think he comes across when you do that kind of like a bartender.
Yeah, actually, I agree with you.
Which I don't really understand why I didn't realize that until just now.
At a place that has like a mahogany bar top.
Yeah. You get the crystal scotch glass.
Uses one of those like long sticks that I don't even know what you put the stick into the steel cup and then you kind of mash some herbs down in there.
Yeah, it's a muddler.
He's right. It's a muddler.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
It is a muddler.
I watched a lot of Bar Rescue.
Conversely, at twitch.tv/alpaca patrol, you get the professionalism of me hiding my pantless legs under a blanket.
I'm going to ask you a real question.
Okay.
Why not just wear pants?
Because the less layers of clothing that I have on, the more comfortable I am.
But you have a blanket on, which is basically a skirt.
He's got a point.
Yeah,
Are you trying to get a nut shot to happen?
Well, I also really enjoy wearing, like, putting a blanket on, though, in general.
But only over bare legs.
Oh.
Well, kind of, yeah. Like, I mean, if I put a blanket over some jeans, like, I don't know, I don't really get anything from that.
It's like wearing a condom.
Too hot. Yeah. You know.
I like wearing jeans.
I also like wearing jeans.
I like wearing jeans too, but not.
No, you don't.
No, I do when I'm outside. When I'm inside, that's underwear land.
What about, though, you could wear a Snuggie and wear jeans all you want, or not wear jeans? It's up to you.
Seems like more complex solutions to a problem that isn't, you know.
I just don't really believe that you like jeans.
Here's how much here's how much of a young Republican I am. I don't feel right if I'm streaming without wearing socks. Like, it's just...
Okay, that's
pretty weird.
I put on socks before the show today, because I'm like... I don't know, it's like my brain needs a fully clothed circuit to go all the way from, like, my cerebrum down to my toes. Otherwise, it's like the bits are getting lost. So I put on socks, and I feel normal now. Now I feel like...
I can explain it.
Okay, please.
It's because any part of you that calls the attention away from the task at hand, a.k.a. a naked foot, will distract you.
I think you might be correct.
So it's basically it's pulling you off course. Everything that isn't perfectly the way you want it. I understand that.
I just like everything to be in its right place.
Well, I'm going to tell you, in its right place for me is some boxer briefs and a t-shirt.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
I'm good.
You sound like Mike Pence, but with feet. It's real weird.
Does Mike Pence not have feet?
Yeah, is he a footless man?
Nah, with this thing with wind, look, don't worry about it.
Okay.
We can't even bring that up because there are still people who are like, that's a good idea. That Mike Pence is like a 65-year-old man won't get dinner with a quote-unquote female without his wife being there, because, you know.
He just can't control it.
Who knows? It's animal magnetism, dude.
Wait.
Right? Yeah. No, makes
If
sense.
Pence was in the war, he would be Hank Hill's father.
Because he has no feet.
Not only because, well, he has no ankles in that case, but he just kind of looks like that, just slightly younger.
I could see that. And taller. Because of the feet.
Because of the feet.
Yeah.
Because of he's got feet.
Your feet really add a lot to the whole height.
It's a considerable amount of inches, really, when you think about
This
it.
is just kind of pointlessly mean, but it's something that has happened. But every time I see him in video or picture, he just looks like he's gained weight. Every time. Every single it's like magic. He's not fat. It's just what it looks like.
What?
That
How
is
is it like magic that he gained weight?
It's because he's not actually getting any fatter. It just looks like it.
I love it because it is political discussion, but it's just incredibly petty.
Yeah.
And that's just wonderful to me.
Mike Pence is looking really fat lately. Dude, if I was the
Sit on his
president,
deck.
I would actually weigh like 400 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
I would be so stressed at all times. Like, for
all
all...
stress eating constantly.
It's a position of power, I understand. You get a lot of benefits from it. I would be stressed 190% of the time. I don't even know what the 10% would be.
That's not a controversial opinion. Everybody knows that presidents are stressed at all times. Like
They
they
do
always
age, right? Like,
Yeah.
that makes
Well,
sense.
I mean, yeah. But
I mean, like, more than... They look
Yes,
like
I
they've
was-
aged more than they have.
It's the hyperbolic time chamber for stress.
Yeah.
more or less, yeah.
That's why, again, I'm still like, dude, we got this mayoral election coming up. I want to write in a candidate because I don't want to vote for anybody that would willfully take on extra responsibility for a job that doesn't really pay you that much. To say, like, I don't want to vote for somebody who wants to do the job, because if you want to do the job, you're kind of stupid, in my opinion.
So you're gonna write in Kate?
No, absolutely not.
That would really affect
I-
our day to day.
There you go. I actually want to, like, I am of two minds about it, but one day, perhaps, if we run low on bits, I will link you guys to the Vancouver mayor profiles, because there's, like, you needed, like, 15 signatures to be able to be put on the ballot, right? So there's, like, 6 people who are, like, professional, like, either they're business owners or public servants, lifelong politicians, whatever. And then there's, like, 14 people that are, like, clinically insane. One dude in his profile has a Hitler mustache.
Oh, Jesus.
No
Christ.
joke. He's like, oh, you need a headshot for this? All right, here's the one I took yesterday.
Bringing it back, baby.
He is wearing a Hitler mustache. One lady has her breasts hanging out in the photo, which I'm not offended by it. Like, it's her
Well, like,
right. But
Completely?
yes, like, exposed nipple and everything. And then in her description, like her platform, she doesn't use the space bar because there was a word limit or a character limit. So she's like, well, why would I waste characters on spaces when... And then there's another candidate who's just called Roller Girl. And I don't even know, like, that... It's not like... I don't
that
think
takes me back.
that's on her ID, but... That's her name, is Roller Girl. And she has, like, a professional a relatively professional headshot compared to, like, Hitler mustache, dude. Like, it's crazy here.
How do you guys not have a regular mayoral candidate?
Oh, we have, like, a few regular mayoral candidates.
Oh,
but then
okay.
there's
It's
also just, like, a few people who are like, I got good ideas. They also have platforms that are, like, that's not what, like, a mayor does. Like, one of them is like, I'm going to erase the national debt to China. And I'm like, you're the mayor.
Oh.
Like, you're going to pick up the phone and be like, hey, China, get bent.
I was thinking maybe Roller Girl might finally start selling DLC T-shirts in Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like
Ooh,
they
yeah.
projected in E3 2015.
I mean, personally, I'm going to say
Or
you should
5.
vote for Nipple Lady.
No,
I think you should vote for Roller Girl.
I don't. I'm probably gonna vote for the guy
Oh,
who
no.
has a PhD
Oh, no.
in urban economics.
So it's like your race is kind of like the Brazil presidential race, right? Like they get there's like a media law where every candidate has to like be given media time.
Oh,
So,
really?
Mm-hmm.
So they have a lot of wacky characters. So it's cool. They have like a lot of candidates that they can vote for, and they're still gonna elect the guy who wants to commit genocide. So that's cool.
Oh, fun.
of Brazil.
Yay!
Always good.
There he goes.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys hear they legalized the re-education camps in China?
Well, like college.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. Just the
Alternative
people
college.
are going to be taught alternative thinking methods when it comes to religion.
Like Malcolm Gladwell.
Yeah, more or less.
When it comes to religion, they're going to college for religion?
I'm just gonna say it's a little bit less nice than I think what you're all imagining.
So it's like community college for religion.
Right, exactly.
Hey,
yeah.
dude,
I
this
don't know. I went to a community college before I transferred, and it was all right.
here is the nipple lady's description. Am I the only one to discover how to breathe with my breast nipples 5 billion per second? We're all joined at the nip. We're all joined at the clit. You will want to oxygenate/massage/fondle your nipples of life. Pert alert, 13 hours every day, especially in front of children, and child abuse forever.
What? Okay, she had me a lot until the end there.
You should absolutely vote for her, is what I'm learning now. She seems like she's got the right head on her shoulders.
That's like that thing that ends in like 500,000 dead cops.
Yeah, that's it ends like hell yeah, brother, cheers from Iraq.
I don't get
Hell
it.
yeah, brother! Cheers from Iraq.
HH.
When your third eye, let me try again. It scrolled up too fast. When your third eye non-sexual pussy brain explodes. That's another thing she says. I mean, I don't want to make fun of her because, like, I'm pretty sure, she's I mean, yeah, but like, it's the modern era where she's like mentally ill, basically. But simultaneously, I'm like, just cool it.
Well, see, that's the thing, right? Because like in the modern era, you kind of have to think like, is this person crazy, or are they just like thinking they're like, I'm a funny troll, I don't know, man.
Sorry, what?
That was like Edmund.
Troll. You see how funny I am? I make myself look stupid.
Are you the bug dude from Men in Black?
Yo, that reminds me.
More sugar.
Speaking of Men in Black, starring Vincent D'Onofrio, Nick, take a guess what I watched last night.
Full Metal Jacket.
No, but it is a movie with Vincent D'Onofrio. It's from the year maybe like 1999 or 2000.
Tommy Lee Jones?
That is an actor.
Not a movie.
Not a movie.
Well, it could be a movie.
I was thinking, is he in it? Is more. What
No. Tommy Lee Jones is not in it, but every time you get it wrong, I'll reveal one more actor. Hank from Breaking Bad is in it.
Hank
Schrader. ASAC Schrader.
ASAC
Wait,
Schrader,
what
son
What are
of
we
a
talking
bitch.
about? You got Tommy Lee Jones.
No, no
ASAC
Tommy Lee Jones. Vincent
Tommy Lee Jones is not in the
D'Onofrio
movie.
Vincent D'Onofrio, Tommy Lee Jones, and
Arlie
The one thing
Ermey.
I know is that Tommy Lee Jones is in this film.
His name is Dean Norris. Okay. It also stars Vincent Vaughn.
Vincent Vega.
Wedding Crashers.
Not Wedding Crashers.
The Cell.
Yeah, he's right.
Wow.
It's
Oh,
The
somebody
Cell.
just told me to watch that the other day, even though
I
I
know
already
movies.
watched it like 10 times and love it.
Dude, I've never seen it.
Great movie.
My parents watched it when I was like 10, and I was like, "Can I watch it?" And they're like, "No."
No.
And
Didn't
then
have either.
even as an adult, I was like, I don't want to watch it. Like, dude gets his intestines pulled out and then put on a spike and
Right,
spun
yeah.
around, and then that horse gets like cross-sectioned, and
I've been talking about that movie low key throughout like 5 years of NLSS.
yeah. I know that's why I brought it up.
Oh.
Is I know you're I don't know if you're a fan of it, but I know you're familiar with it at least.
No, it has
That's-
great art direction, even though the acting is a bit iffy. but
It's
I really
a
like it.
beautiful movie that's
Yeah.
also like kind of not great, but is gorgeous.
This is horse gets chopped in half and you see the insides.
Yeah, and like the
Well,
heart's
dropped
still
in
beating
many
and stuff.
pieces onto slides, basically.
Right. They put him on a bunch of. Yeah.
And
Wow, I
at
haven't
the end,
seen
he
this movie in years.
explodes and he doesn't come back.
There's a lot of desert.
I believe that's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh fuck! Sorry, my bad.
Well, I'm glad you finally watched it.
Dude,
Seems like
yeah.
you didn't hate it.
No, I did not. I found it very interesting. It was on television last night, and I was like, dude, that's a perfect movie for me to see on TV.
Hey, Ryan.
Yes.
So Jess has been looking at the nipple lady's
Oh,
profile.
no. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a line in there. It's now there are no spaces in this, by the way.
Oh, yes, I'm aware.
Yeah. Both mommy ampersand I almost died. There's a space actually. Both mommy and I almost died because mommy's child soulmate bonding hyphen with ultra strict.
Yep. What's your question?
Is this a Steam game description? Because I would play it.
I'm not sure, really.
Let me tell you, there is nothing about being a Vancouver citizen that would parse that for you.
Mm-hmm.
I am... Well, here's
Was
the
she
thing.
trying to say ultra instinct? Is that
Probably.
what she achieved?
I think I need to vote for her just to give her a chance. You know, everybody else is like, we're going to like do rent control. And I'm like, whatever. I already know what's up with that. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I have seen Nipple Lady at commercial Broadway station, tits out screaming, at anyone walking by.
Did she go staying alive afterward? Oh, fuck.
Is it just like a homeless lady with a camera? Is that what it is?
Possibly. And that's what's fucked up is that, again, like, we can't make fun of her. But, like, if she won, we could. Because then she's in a position of power. And we could be like, man, that's
doing
fucked.
that show where she washed up on the shores of Vancouver naked.
Oh, yeah,
and
dude.
She went and found the crack and...
Anyway.
I know no one more qualified to implode the New World Order, military-industrial complex, all religions. I don't think I know anyone more qualified either, to be honest. Yeah, she's right.
Man, I don't know. I still, like, she wouldn't be my worst candidate. She'd be close, though.
Yeah, I mean, Hitler mustache guy's probably worse, right?
Give me breasts out over sane man who took a picture with a Hitler mustache. Like, that's just... I don't even understand why you would ever do that.
I don't know, man. The world's coming to an end. We should just accept it now.
Yeah, maybe.
It's all over.
You see that climate change report that was like, we're all dead?
Yeah.
It is pretty hilarious in the sense of like, you know, well, sorry.
Yeah, I saw one that was like, if you have a child right now, by the time he's
negative 0.7 seconds remaining.
I just won off of 0 seconds. All right.
Dude, I was all worried about that and stuff until I saw on Twitter Jake Paul was trending.
Oh,
good. And it was like, oh man, after I watched this Shane Dawson thing, he actually made me like Jake Paul now. And I was like, okay, climate change.
What's a chained Austin? Is that when you get punished, Austin?
You don't want to know what an unchained Austin is. That's
Oh my gosh, you're
right. He's more dangerous without the chains than with them.
It's Austin unleashed in werewolf form.
Yeah, like when I was like 8, I was like, man, it must have been really scary to be like, you know, in the biblical flood that Noah survived. And then when I was like 14, I was like, hey, God's not real. And now that I'm like, you know, 29, I'm like, dude, maybe a biblical flood would actually like own.
Yeah,
maybe
well,
it would.
Ryan,
Maybe it would
God's
be sick.
not dead.
Hey,
Okay.
wait, God's not dead. Yeah,
Yeah,
the movie with the
almost
sequel.
Kevin Sorbo is in it.
Is he?
Hercules. Yeah.
Disappointed.
It's been a rough week, to be honest, though. It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
What the fuck is me?
This
Yeah.
week already feels like 7 months. And
Yeah,
it's
there's-
probably gonna be another 7.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't 7 Months that movie with Mickey Rourke?
Dude, whatever happened to Mickey Rourke besides the, facial surgery?
Yeah, and the drugs and the...
Yeah.
Oh, he was in Sin City.
Yeah, like 15 years ago.
Wait. He was also in The Expendables 1.
Was he?
Yeah.
Wait, really? Was he?
Yeah, he you might not have recognized him because he looked like himself.
Dude, no, like for real. Like when he was in The Fighter, I was like, man, that actor's really good. Who is that? And it's like, that's fucking Mickey Rourke. What
Yeah,
the fuck
man.
happened to that face
You
part?
have negative reserve time.
Because I'm really good at this game, Austin.
Yeah, the wrestler, not the fighter. That's a different.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
The
yeah.
fighter is Christian Bale.
Mark
Is wrestling
Wahlberg.
considered fighting?
I'd say in many ways.
I mean, like, categorically, they're similar, but I don't know if they're the same.
I would say they're not the same, no, because one of them's real.
We're just going to ride out this -7, see how
That
it
seems
goes.
pretty good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why
Get it
not?
going, you know?
I got some non-political political news. That's pretty
Oh,
funny.
okay, yeah.
Ooh, okay. That sounds good.
For the Texas Senate race, Beethoven.
Beethoven?
Yeah, he's supposed to debate Cruz like on the
Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise and
and Beethoven are gonna debate.
Holy
Beethoven?
shit.
The Beethoven.
He's going to
They're,
debate Beethoven.
Amazing.
They were supposed to debate, but Ted declined it. So now on CNN for an hour on national television, Beto is gonna be able to just talk and be there for an hour alone and talk about politics, which is hilarious.
That's pretty funny. Yeah. But I mean, he's going on CNN, right? You said.
Yeah, nobody watches.
Yeah. So I
CNN,
mean, like,
so.
it's-
Will Anderson Cooper be there?
I don't know. Maybe.
So it's just like unguided conversation.
Oh no, there's gonna be like a no, it's the audience debate thing or the audience ask questions.
Oh,
it's
no.
Oh, okay. Just gonna
It's
announce
Twitch
it.
chat.
Oh my God! Imagine a town hall on Twitch chat. Oh,
I can.
Beethoven
I feel like
and-
that's gonna
and
happen.
Tom Cruise.
Beethoven versus Tom Cruise.
All right, suddenly that's a lot better of an idea, actually.
Deaf son of a bitch. Try writing some music with the words in it, moron.
You communicate through Twitch chat through text, right?
He can't hear you. He's deaf.
Anderson Bowsette now. That's an intelligent joke, actually.
I was thinking of the Saint Bernard. Oh man.
Bernard Sanders.
If the first thing you think of from Beethoven is the movie Beethoven, there's a big problem.
Roll over Beethoven.
Well,
Hey,
how
by
many
the way-
Beethoven
go on.
movies are there? There's like 9, right?
2.
No, it was always in that fake movie poster in front of like every video rental place. It was
That's
like
too many. Like you can't even have that many. It's like Beethoven 9, the final years or something. Like,
well, then there were future
you can't
Beethoven.
live that long.
Final years. You don't call a dog movie the final years.
I'm just saying,
9 Reloaded.
there's only one Ludwig von Beethoven. There's like 8 of the dog movies, so you be the judge.
Yeah.
But there's
could be
only
8.
one Ludwig von Koopa as well.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, one of the Bowser kids. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot he had so many kids.
He's got lots of those.
Oh my
Do
God.
we know who the
most-
biological mom is?
Well, doesn't Super Mario Sunshine imply that Peach is in fact Bowser Jr.'s mother?
Oh, that's
No.
Yeah.
I think
No,
Bowser's parthenogenic. He reproduces
Asexually
asexually. Yeah. Like Godzilla in the 1999 movie.
I don't
Isn't
know,
there
man.
an egg?
Yeah.
Probably,
DeviantArt would
Bowser
break
just lays eggs at some point, and then that's that.
Oh, Bowser lied to Junior. Wow, there is some deep lore in Mario. Is what I'm learning. Anyway, hey, by the way, I think like this week is the last week for like 9 states to register to vote. Just saying,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
And Rob's audio is really good, which makes him super credible. So you should
That's true.
actually
You should
follow up
listen
on
to
what
me.
he's saying.
Yeah.
Do you ever think, and I'm not, like, this is not going to be taken well, but like,
That's a good start.
I know that
I got one of
it's-
those too for later.
I know that like it's the season
Yeah.
for this,
to be
and
golly.
it is really important. But I do also find myself being like the same way I roll my eyes whenever people are like, "My advice for PAX is to drink water." You know, like whenever I see like a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer be like, "Hey, register to vote," I'm like, "Hey, yeah." I mean,
See-
obviously.
Here, I can tell you the difference.
Okay.
I guarantee whether those people listen to that person's tweet about drinking water at PAX, 100% of people on planet Earth drink water to survive, whereas only about 40% of people in America register to vote or vote at all. So,
But
you
Rob,
actually do kind of need a reminder.
I think you didn't vote in the last presidential election.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I didn't. You're damn straight.
Well, that's okay. So Taylor Swift told people to register to vote, and apparently, 50,000 people registered.
Tens of thousands.
Realistically, Taylor Swift is at least 100,000 times more popular than us. So
Yeah.
we're not even getting one person by that math.
Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't. I mean, I don't know. You guys are being very anti-democratic right now. I'm just
Dude, I'm voting in every civic election and everything.
Good.
But
He's voting for whatever that lady was.
I mean, I voted every time since I turned 18 in every election I was able to. So
there you go.
Does
look
it-
where that's gotten us, Nick.
yeah, well, I'm in New York, so it
Yeah,
really
maybe
doesn't
you shouldn't
matter.
vote. Actually,
yeah,
now that I
I'm
think
kind
about
of the
it.
opinion. First off, if you agree with me 100%, vote 100%. Please sign up. If you don't agree with me, maybe it's not that important.
Maybe I'll gerrymander here.
Yeah.
You got work that day anyway.
Yeah. It's important stuff to do every day,
I'm also I kind of agree with Chad, as cynical as this is. I'm like, if you are remembering to register to vote because of a Twitch streamer, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
you shouldn't
okay, that's
vote.
also a good point.
I disagree.
That's fine. I defend to the death your right to say it.
I mean, all those websites online, like Discord, even has a thing like, "Hey, by the way, register to vote," and
Yeah.
Twitter did it too. And they provided you with the online links to do it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't think that there's anything wrong with saying "Hey, more people should vote," since we have less than literally half of the country voting in very important elections.
It is
just jealous.
surprising. It's surprising to me when people, especially if you don't vote in the federal election, I'm like, what is more important to you than casting your vote for who's gonna lead your nation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it comes across like they're just distracted. So, if Twitch is where you found out, you must have a really good, daily bubble of non-information.
Yeah, I get mail. I get mail that's hey, vote on October 20th, and I'm like, fine. I'll move some stuff around. They give you a lollipop here too, so it's
We get mail like that too, but it's disguised as a court summons.
I saw that, dude. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Send you a piece of mail that's hey, we're going to arrest you. By the way, vote on October
No,
20th.
by the way, send me money. It's your duty, your civic duty to pay for my election campaign.
I'm with you, Chat. Election day should be a day off.
It absolutely
Yes.
should.
Oh, it's no. of
And I
course.
also am out here. I'll get a controversial thing that I'm going to say right now that people are going to get real mad at me over.
Columbus
Voting
Day.
should be fucking mandatory.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
like
say
shit.
get rid of Columbus Day and make voting day the
Seems
new
like a
I
Columbus
good
Day.
also
yeah.
saw that tweet on Twitter.com. I'm just
Oh,
mad about
Reddit?
Columbus Day because you motherfuckers make fun of Canadian Thanksgiving and then you have a holiday on Canadian Thanksgiving.
What? I didn't make fun.
Not
of it.
you, I mean Americans in general.
I think it's a good thing to pay. thanks to
Happy
Thursday.
fake Thanksgiving. Oh, I hope you have a really good day on your fake holiday.
Go eat some snow, you fucking nerds.
Did you eat turkey for your Canadian Thanksgiving, by the way?
I did indeed, yes.
Ooh.
It was good. I figure
You
is
did it
the
too
next
early.
question.
That 40% shit is super wrong. Convicts and felons can't vote in a lot of states, and they're counted in that statistic. It's more like
So it's
40%
less?
of people don't vote. So it's 60%, you're saying?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, that
That
doesn't
do
sound
vote?
super wrong to me. That
Wait,
sounds
that
slightly
don't
wrong, to be honest. I don't see. This is the part that I'm not getting really. Is that
Why defend
Why-
any of it instead of just be excited?
yeah?
to go
Like
vote?
I'm not sure
Well-
why the idea of people voting should be berated
kill the
in any
messenger.
way. Really,
Dude,
yeah,
here's my
like, I just-
opinion. If you
yeah.
wanted to vote, you shouldn't have been accused of doing a crime and then found guilty. It's not that hard.
If you get accused of a crime though and go to jail and then get out of jail, why shouldn't you be able to vote then?
Well, what was the crime? Was it
You're a
like, you
second-class
know,
citizen.
was it like shooting someone for trespassing on your land, or was it something serious like smoking a joint? You know, context matters here.
Remember when Dick Cheney shot someone in the face?
Yeah, but it was his friend.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
it was
I
like
know,
a
I'm saying
friendly
it was-
shot in the
yeah,
face.
it was
Like,
a
hey,
friendly-
what's up,
you know.
dude? Bang bang.
Yeah,
gotcha.
He reportedly laughed afterwards. So,
Mission
I mean,
It was
accomplished.
just one of the funniest instances of someone being shot in the face I can think of right now.
I would agree with that, absolutely. Is that in
That
Pulp
is-
Fiction?
That's actually a great point. That might be funnier, but also much darker.
Please, please, I had it.
Oh, you got negative time. Oh,
You got negative time.
I did get
Yeah, he's
negative
at
time.
negative time. Yeah.
This just keep happening.
Keep happening.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about a societal double standard?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Okay. Yeah.
Non-political this time, too.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, it's even
Even
better.
better, right?
Yeah. I like that.
So you know how people are squeamish and they're like, I don't like the sight of blood, or I
Yeah.
don't like, gore, violence, or, whatever. That's objectively a negative, right?
What do you mean by that? Like, survivally speaking?
Like, it doesn't serve you at all, right?
Uh-huh.
What's the benefit of being squeamish?
Okay.
Trying
sure.
not to hurt yourself, I suppose, maybe. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
There's not really a benefit. Like, you get to a point in your life where maybe you need to get surgery, and you're like, well, I can't stand the sight of blood, or I can't, I can't
Well,
handle.
are you doing
concept
it on
of
yourself?
Yeah, you get blood drawn, or
Okay. Yeah.
whatever. So
I
why
get
don't
what
we
you're saying,
just
yeah.
inoculate children to that by just absolutely
Just covering them in blood at all
throw
times.
a
Yeah.
torrent of violent stuff at
Like
them when
Dexter.
they're really young? Yeah,
Mhm.
like Dexter,
Yeah.
because that actually made him really well adjusted.
Mm.
Doesn't that seem like that would be like the inoculation for that concept, so you just never get in that position?
I think that's one of
no.
those things where you're like, the juice just ain't worth the squeeze,
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never heard an adult be like, man, number one problem in my life right now, a little squeamish.
Well, but you could just get rid of that problem immediately if you just.
It would make them much better soldiers. So you got that going
Yeah.
for
Would
you.
it? I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Aren't they all just dropping payloads from like remotely controlled drones at this point?
Yeah,
I
like
mean, it's
most likely,
2018.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they still gotta
Let's
there's
use the
some
drones to
viscera
put blood
and
on
all.
them.
Right, then no individual adult has to be responsible.
Yeah.
So we take all the kindergartners, we put them in a big circle, and then we turn the lights
just
off.
drone bomb them.
Turn the lights off, and then drone bomb a whole bunch of blood bags on them. Then turn the lights back on, and everybody's happy.
Let's also make it a TV show
Yeah, I like that.
called the Baby Blood Bomb.
Baby
And then-
blood bomb.
Hear me out. We could get a randomly selected child from each district and bring them to this big arena. And maybe we take them down to the sewers. There's some mer people down there. We can figure it out. We'll work it out, but it'd be good.
I just don't think it's like that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But I simultaneously I am with Nick, but I don't think the problem is like that you should just be like, dumping blood on children. I don't know if that's controversial to say, but I think like if you're
Dump blood on
squeamish,
fur coats. Why not children?
if you're squeamish, you should just like get over it and stop being a baby. I know that's probably not how it works, but I
We've
like
gone
yeah,
in
no,
the
that's
opposite
pretty-
direction.
my uncle is like he's a blue collar like rough and tumble sort of guy, right? Like he's a manual laborer, but he can't
Right.
give blood because when his blood is extracted and he sees it, he passes out involuntarily. And I'm
That's
like,
what I'm talking about.
come on, man, just like stop being a baby.
Just drone strike that little kid, and he would have been fine.
They're nurses, man. Like, just you'll figure it out. You're not gonna die. They're just taking like a pint of blood. Then you
Each
get
day it'll be a different one. It'll be blood on day 1, spiders on day 2, snakes on day 3, and you won't have an Indiana Jones problem ever again.
Honestly, on day 3, just knock planes out of the way too at the same time. Like, go for it.
I will
Planes?
say, I think like you should be forced to give birth in a hospital across the country, so that when you're a young child, you go on an airplane and then you never have that. You're less likely to have that kind of anxiety in the future. I didn't.
Is that?
Don't bring them back as well.
I feel like that's like Mozart for babies kind of thing.
Exactly.
Like, Yeah, I'm not sure if that's gonna work.
No, it's science.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Because I didn't fly until I was like 21, and I was terrified of flying for like the first 30 times that I flew. And I would talk to people that were like, oh, why are you nervous? And I'm like, oh, I've only been on like 2 airplanes before. And they're like, oh, my parents flew me all over the place when I was like 2. It's just like being on a bus.
I'll tell you the truth. My first airplane ride was, I believe, when I was either 5 or 6 years old. Still had a fear of airplanes in my teenage years, and still kind of today as well. To
Really?
be honest with you.
Actually,
I mean, like not as much, but
I didn't have a fear of flying until I was like 9 or 10.
Mm.
yeah,
And I had flown like 6 or 7 times before then.
yeah.
Well, turns out I don't know what I'm talking about, which is
Are
pretty much
you-
par for the course.
That should be the log line of the show, really, for
Yeah.
like all of us,
Yeah.
honestly. So
If you are afraid of flying, does that mean you're both afraid of helicopters and jets?
dude, I don't know. I've never been on a helicopter. I don't know if I would freak the fuck out or not. I probably would.
What if you'd be super chill about it though?
I
You'd
mean,
be like,
this-
maybe
maybe.
the stability is like
dude,
the
I don't
difference.
think so.
No.
I think I don't know. That's speaking as someone who used to be like afraid of flying and is
Helicopter
now
pilot.
like relaxed on an airplane. The idea of a helicopter scares the shit out of me because they're loud
Why?
and they look like they shake, and
They
then
probably shake.
you're like
Yeah.
3 inches from the exterior,
And
and
they're
as
like way more likely to crash.
yes, they're also just more dangerous. And then secondarily, people are always flying in with like their feet hanging out because they're dumb. But I also think that, you know, in an airplane, because of the fact that you're so high up, you're kind of like desensitized. This is my personal opinion, at least.
Oh,
Like,
okay. So now exposure therapy is valid as a form of ways to get over it.
Well-
You're so high up, it's cool again.
What-
The child has so much blood, he's fine.
I just mean like when you're 35,
Everybody in the club getting tips.
when you're 35,000 feet up in the sky, it's like
Yeah.
you're not too high to be afraid, but I think your fear goes down past a certain height.
Well, I mean, I think we've all seen The Aviator here.
Yeah,
we
that's
all know
true.
why they fly at
The
30,000
glasses.
feet above is because it's not as shaky up there.
They're
as it
distracted
is,
by
like-
the pinstripes.
Well, that's the one. Yeah, that's
You know they're clean.
Dude, I'm pissed, okay? I was
Okay.
reading Twitter. Somebody spoiled First Man for me.
Mm.
Movie isn't
That's a
even
shame.
fucking out yet. It doesn't come out for 2 days.
Is that the one about the dog?
No. He has the dog that evolved into the first human being.
Right.
Oh no, it is about the dog. It's the man who
It's the one
trained
about
the
the
first
dog, right?
dog to hang out and be cool.
There you go.
That dog was probably on a helicopter.
I'm just pissed because I don't know who tweeted. It was like CBC News or something, but they were like, in advance of First Man's release, relive Neil Armstrong walking on the moon. And it was,
Oh, that
okay,
one.
thanks a lot.
Oh, it's not the dog.
Now I know he
Yes.
gets to the moon and walks around on it. What's the friggin'
I get
point?
it. Yeah, I want to see that. That looks good. Ryan Gosling is a good actor.
I'm over it.
It's actually Neil Armstrong, but
Oh, Neil Armstrong plays himself in that movie.
mhm.
That's pretty impressive technology.
He's the only one that
honestly.
knows how to walk on the moon, so
Yeah.
they had to make sure
I
that
think
he could
it's
still
it's
do it.
dangerous to look back this fondly for this long on such a mundane act.
Right, yeah. He's right, honestly.
We're just kind of normalizing it at this point. I think we need to just kind of like set our sights a little higher, like
Yeah,
fix
yeah.
some problem we have instead of like,
Yeah.
oh, we fucking went to the moon. Great.
Mhm.
Okay, that doesn't do anything, but great, we did it.
Well, that's
Who
why I
cares
like
about space, you know?
I like the Mall Cop series of films because it's about like a man solving problems for himself instead of just relying on a government agency to do it for him.
Right,
So it's
You
like,
yeah.
can't fake a mall cop as
Bootstrap.
well. So.
Mm-hmm.
oh man. Yeah, I might go see that. Seems good. It's that director, Damien Chazelle. I like all his stuff. You know. Bam, bam, ba-dam, ba-dam, boom, boom, ba-doom.
Is he married to Tom Brady?
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
See, he knows. I think.
Dun, 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 dun.
3, 2, 1, let's jam. You catch up on Better Call Saul? That's not. Catch up is not the word. I haven't watched any of
Yeah,
it.
you gotta
yet,
watch.
but I
Yeah.
should.
Oh, you haven't watched any of it. I thought you just
No,
hadn't watched
yeah.
the new season yet.
No, I haven't watched any of it yet. I've been watching too much Forensic Files.
I haven't watched the new season either. I'm waiting until it's done airing, and then I'll watch like the whole thing in 2 days.
Oh, is it one of those Netflix shows? Oh no, it's not. It's AMC, right?
Yeah.
I feel
well,
like-
I don't know who it is, but it's not Netflix.
Ryan is gonna be that like 50-year-old dude who's like comes home from work, cracks a beer open, and even though he has 1,000 channels, puts on True TV and watches true crime documentaries for several hours.
Dude,
until he
true crime
passes out in his
rules,
chair.
dude. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like American anime.
I mean, it's not terribly dissimilar to what happens in the first 20 minutes of the first episode of Breaking Bad.
There you go. Yeah.
But that's not true crime. That's fake crime.
Yeah.
No, it's based on a true story.
It's a story about a man.
Walter White.
It's like a donut shop or like a Cinnabon.
Cinnabon's still around?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
We used to have 2 cinnamon bun chains in Canada. I think one of them is still around. One of them was called Saint Cinnamon. I don't know if it's still around. And then there's another one literally called Muffins. And it had like 6 M's at the start of the word. And
it's okay spaghetti, dude.
Which one of them protects Princess Bubblegum?
I don't even know how to answer that.
But why the fuck have we like normalized eating dessert for breakfast?
Dude, you're telling me.
Yeah, it's American, man.
No, it's not just America though. It's Canada too.
Sweet is good.
Does Canada do that too? You guys eat sweet stuff?
Oh, like donuts, sugary muffins,
donuts.
cereal, etc., etc. Hashtag not all cereals, but you know what I mean.
There's a lot that's just chocolate.
Yeah,
like it's just chocolate now.
Well, I think it's because like we have so much fucking corn that corn syrup is just so easy to put in things. You got to do something with it, right?
I mean, it's other parts of the world that have that as well, right? Like in Europe, they'll just be like, "Hey, for breakfast, it's like chocolate bread."
Is it?
That sounds
that's
good,
pretty
actually.
cool. Yeah,
pain au chocolat.
Chocolate bread.
I mean, I got some Nutella in the other room. That's pretty dupe. Dupe.
That is pretty dupe, dude.
Dude.
Eat that Nutella. Put that Nutella on your deck.
That's how you get ants, bro.
Love to eat some Nutella on your deck.
That's how you get ants, bro.
That's how you got ants in your fucking urethra, dude. You do not want that.
Wait, it's like Surfer Valley Girl now?
That is not dip.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
It's my Dutch friend.
Yep, Jed.
Is that Bear?
Yeah,
that freaked me out there. I thought that was Bear Taffy.
No, that's me. It's me, Taffy. Hey, you want to make fun of me for what I ate today for breakfast?
Unless it's nothing, I will probably support you.
It was
Cheetos?
avocado toast.
Oh, there's nothing to make fun of, dude.
Oh, okay. All right, reasonable.
That's
reasonable.
a great breakfast.
I like girls who eat avocado and toast.
I agree, delicious.
I've gotten into them lately, and I see what the millennials are talking about. They're pretty good.
See you.
Sorry for your chances at home ownership, at least.
Yeah, that's it for me, I guess.
I'm sorry. I just like 30 seconds is the worst amount of time.
Yeah, it's cool. Just like wiggle around or something.
I'm gonna try, but it's just a token attempt.
That lozenge was beautiful.
Thank you. Well, now I'm not gonna try. You know what they eat for breakfast? Well, not everybody, but in like Korea and Japan is soup and like rice and fish.
That's horrible.
Sure.
I mean, it's very non-North American for sure. I mean, like the first time I had like, you go to like a hotel in Japan and they'll be like, do you want Japanese breakfast or Western breakfast? And you're like, well, I'm not like the other Westerners. I'll try the Japanese breakfast. And they bring out like a whole cod. And the next day you're like, I'll take the white breakfast, please.
The white breakfast.
Way too different.
I could split it 50-50, but I wasn't going Japanese breakfast every day. There's just some days where I'm like, I don't really want to eat like a whole fish for breakfast.
At the risk of sounding more racist than Ryan right now, I need to ask, isn't that also dinner?
Yeah, more or
All
less.
right.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of a weird, like, I guess I wouldn't describe it as North American, but don't you think it's kind of a weird ideal that, like, we have things where we're like, oh, that's not a breakfast food. You couldn't eat that food in the morning. That's a nighttime food.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
It comes from the sort of pseudoscientific idea that there are certain things that are nutritious in a way that fuel you for your day
yeah.
versus things that get you prepared to sleep. But it's all freaking protein and carbs and like.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like here, dinner food often includes something fried, and that just makes my stomach hurt, and I will not sleep better if I'm eating like deep fried food.
What about a pancake, though?
I mean, I feel like a pancake might make me feel better. Oh, that sounds delicious.
I've never heard of that, actually.
See, this is how American decadence began. Is we were like, oh, we have a lot of stuff, and somebody's like, deep fried Did you say deep fried pancake? Well, I'm gonna make that. That sounds amazing.
Sorry, America, I failed you again.
I mean, in fairness, isn't a deep fried pancake basically just the funnel cake?
I don't know. I guess it is pancake batter, right?
Yeah, it's pancake
It's
batter.
the same
just squirted.
idea, but it's not exactly the same preparation.
It's also fried, right? Like,
Well, yeah, it's deep fried. It's pancake batter that they squirt into a deep fryer in hot oil.
Yeah, but the idea is that you made a pancake already and then you deep fried it. Well, you had to batter it,
so they call it a fry cake.
I agree.
Yeah, frying it twice.
You
It's a
do
double
want
battered.
slow digesting sugars for breakfast. That way you're fueled for the rest of the day, which is why I eat fried corn with a flavored sugar on top of it. It gives me the fuel that I need to make it to lunchtime, where I can eat 4 slices of bread and a large cut of 100% pure Alberta beef.
Wouldn't like rice and corn and like chicken be a good breakfast then? I guess it's just like a burrito.
There you go. Mexicans got it right.
What? Like eggs I get, bacon I get, but like why not rice?
No protein, maybe?
I mean, you
It
could
just kind of fills it out.
eat rice for breakfast. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems alright to me. I wouldn't mind eating rice.
Like billions
for
of people do it probably every single
Yeah.
day.
I'll tell you the truth. Like I usually do not care about the distinctions between what is breakfast time and what is lunchtime and what is dinner time as far as like food choice goes. However, I will say I typically won't eat breakfast foods for dinner, but I have been known to do that as well.
Robert, I
Yeah.
don't know if you're going in this deep, but I'm gonna go for
Yeah.
it.
Ooh,
I love Scrubs as a television show, but I think that its rise in the early 2000s, it led to a huge overrating of Brinner as a concept.
You think that was Scrubs that did that?
I think that was Scrubs that did it for our generation. Right?
breakfast for dinner. You know what it was for me actually? I think maybe this is the perfect storm here. Is Scrubs was on around the same time that Signs came out. And
True,
remember that
yeah.
scene in Signs where he's like, I want pancakes. Pancakes for dinner. Pancakes are not for dinner. And then he beats the children to death.
Yeah,
that was
yeah. I remember that.
And then the aliens come and they're like, "What the fuck, dude?"
We're out.
we're leaving.
This place is
is
fucked.
awful. Yeah.
So if Scrubs was that influential, why don't more people have their stuffed dogs in their apartment?
I don't go into that many apartments, I guess, so I don't have a good answer for you.
Yeah.
Good point, yeah.
I just like, I'm not against it. Like if a couple of times a year we were like, hey, for dinner we're gonna have like a full English breakfast or something like that, I'd be like, that's cool. But when people lose their fucking minds at Brinner, I'm like, dude, it's not that big of a deal. It's just like, it's just matter.
Yeah, I
So you're
kind
not
of
even
agree
gonna
with you.
be matter.
Well, hopefully not soon.
That's why I like to have inertia for dinner.
Dude, you know what I just realized? Someone in my chat said us Mexicans have a lot of corn tortillas for breakfast. And I think what I just
sounds
realized is Japanese breakfast, you said rice, soup, fish,
Yeah.
right? Otherwise known as grain hydration protein.
I don't know that I
That's-
consider soup a hydration, but
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, you get hydrated
Yeah.
from soup. You get hydrated from soup.
Ugh, I don't know.
I
And
agree.
then-
I do agree.
But like American breakfast is also a similar thing, as is a lot of other breakfasts around the
Don't
world.
put orange juice and soup in the same camp, okay?
And what about
Look, you
creamy
can make
soup?
orange juice soup.
You think cream of broccoli is hydrating? Because I don't feel that way at all.
Yeah, it definitely is. For
I don't
sure.
like
Get
it.
out of here. What are you talking
I
about?
prefer not to have a cream-based soup most of the time.
Yeah.
That's
You guys know
for
how I feel
breakfast.
about soup.
Well, I tell you, I don't even want to give you a chance.
You
to
don't even
speak, to
believe
be
in it.
honest. I'm not trying to be negative to cream-based soups. I'm just saying that is one where, I got to pull my Western card and be like, a cream-based soup for breakfast? Are you crazy? That's a lunch food.
It
How
is
does
pretty
your-
heavy. You're gonna feel bloated all day after you
Yeah.
eat that.
How does your body know what parts of the soup to turn into pee?
So, I mean, do you
Is
want a
Dan
real
in here?
answer to that question? It's when you consume something, at the bottom of your esophagus, there's 2 tubes, and one is shit and one is piss. So it's like a coffee maker. All the liquid goes into the piss tube, and the solid
doesn't-
stuff is caught by the filter, and it passes to the shit
No.
container.
It goes through your stomach.
Yeah. Your piss
That-
stomach and your
You
shit
said at the
stomach.
bottom of the esophagus. That's how does it know what's piss?
Science mostly, I think.
Oh, good. Josh has invited me to trade.
Diverticum.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm gonna look up the Diverticum, and that'll tell me how.
That's the filter that chooses piss or shit. You remember
like
Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory when Veruca Salt sits on the egg grater and it says bad egg? You got one of those in there.
A blind tube leading from a cavity or passage. I don't get it.
That sounds like a Roman, like something that Romans are gonna do to me. They're gonna divert my cum.
A blind? That's like something Ashens would open on his channel.
Well, I don't know what Josh has done to my Steam, but now there's an enormous, like, smartphone-sized black screen that I can't get rid of. We'll be back in 3 minutes to play some Wreckfest. See you shortly.
You're a
Speaking
blind
of
tube.
piss and shit, when I was like 6 years old, I thought girls peed out of their butt.
I mean, they kind of do.
I have the exact same story.
Oh my god. You guys needed that birds and the bees talk a lot earlier, huh?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. It's all mysterious. That region is mysterious to you until you're at least like 9 or 10.
No, I mean, like, I can't judge. Like, when I was younger, I just thought everyone had penises.
I told you the story, I think, probably like 100 times now, but until like 5th grade, I thought that the vagina was just a external sheath that looked like a penis but was hollow.
You're thinking of hyenas.
That would be awful. Oh, man.
The human body's weird.
I mean, it's all arbitrary. It's not, you know, I don't know. I don't consider it self-evident that a dick looks like this and a vagina looks like this. Like, you've never seen it. I don't know. The dick could be a sphere.
Haven't you read the Constitution?
We hold these dicks to be self-evident.
You know, it's all mysterious. I kind of miss that era where you're like, I don't know what's going on, or there could be anything.
You think you know everything right now?
Well, everything about the female anatomy, obviously.
Oh, well, yeah.
I've seen the diagram.
Mm-hmm.
It looks
I
like
can label one all the way through.
Yeah. Dude, here's the thing. I don't want to say that, you know, again, males, particularly young white males, are the most persecuted social group on planet Earth.
I don't need to say it.
Sometimes you just don't need to say it. But in health class, the female anatomy, like, you label everything, there's like 6 parts. If you don't get 100% on that test, you should fail the grade. The male one is like 90 things. There's the vas deferens, and there's the something reticulum, the seminal vesicles. Like, it never ends. There's 100 things going on under the surface of the skin there.
Yeah, there's really not much going on with the vagina. It's a very simple mechanism.
We didn't even find out until the 2000s that the clitoris is actually, it runs along the vaginal canal.
Yeah, all the way up to the skull. Goes all the way up through the whole body.
You could make that argument, I guess.
Yeah, the prostate and the Cowper's gland and the female one is like, it's the uterus, it's the cervix, it's the vagina.
Yeah,
the
labia minora, and the labia majora.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. The one thing I didn't understand was that it's basically 2 stacked vaginas. I didn't realize the cervix wasn't just the back of the vaginal tube.
Dude,
there's like a meaningful wall between the 2 of them with a hole.
What the fuck?
What?
No, sorry, my controller's just like not working.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. But so when I was in high school, I knew that there were 2 vagina holes, right? But then,
what do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
I mean the urethra and the fuck hole.
That's called the vagina.
I know, but you know, you get what I'm saying. Anyway,
the urethra and the fuck hole. Could we not call it that?
There's a whole episode of Orange is the New Black.
Fine, the birthing hole. Is that better?
Okay, yes.
It's not actually.
The baby tube.
Where all the women in the jail didn't know that they had a urethra, like that there was a hole in it. They're like, there's a second hole.
No, well, okay, so here's the thing. Someone tried to, like, this girl in high school tried to make fun of me for not knowing that there were 3, and I was like, wait, are you trolling me? What a third hole are you talking about? You talking about the butthole?
That's the butthole.
Yeah. And she said, no, it's not the butthole. So I was like, there's something wrong with your vajingus, I think.
What did she say it was?
I don't know. She never explained it, to be honest with you.
That's not cool. You can't say that and not explain it.
You don't have to answer yes or no to this, but was it Domino?
No, it was not.
Join up.
Zazie was a very composed young lady.
Join up, please.
Joining.
Okay.
I am joining on you currently.
Was it Azalea Banks?
It was not. Less composed young lady.
Now that's surprising.
What could she have meant by that? I don't understand.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Maybe the clitoral hood she thought under the clitoris was a hole.
Oh, yeah, you could put your dick in that if it's small enough, I suppose.
I read a story about a woman that had sex with her husband, but it was in her urethra, and the doctor who saw it was like, WTF.
Yeah, I've heard that story too.
That can't be real.
I feel like that's one of those like, I
That's
went
an
down
urban
on a girl and then she said she put Jolly Ranchers in her vagina, but it was actually...
No, Robert, that's real. A friend of mine told me it happened to a friend of hers.
What happened to the Jolly Rancher?
Oh, well, she actually had herpes, and there were nodules of flesh that he was consuming out of her vagina. Yeah, that's the story.
Oh, no.
Car selection.
And I've been inoculated. Get me out.
And then there was another story I heard about, and again, I never know if this stuff is real, for some reason, it might be real, but it always strikes or smacks of like being vaguely racist. I feel like every time I hear this story, it's always like, well, there was a Chinese couple, but they were trying to have a baby, and they couldn't figure out why they couldn't get pregnant, and then they went to see like a doctor. And the doctor was like, so you're fucking, right? And you're like, nothing in there? And
like, no.
And he said, yeah. And then they're like, well, how are you doing it? And he says, well, I just put it in her asshole and then I nut. And then he's like, well, there's your problem right there.
Yeah, that's not going to help you. Unless you want a poop baby. Nobody wants those.
But I think that might be made up. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely... Well, considering there was no actual characters in this story besides...
What are you talking about? There's the Chinese husband and the Chinese wife.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any harm in trying. I guess it's just you got to know you're not going to get anywhere with that.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
It's not made up. I'm that baby.
You're made of poop?
Oh, man.
Yeah. You know. Well, see, this is what men think about female anatomy. So I hope you all realize that we need sex education in the world.
Yeah, well, I mean, luckily, like in Ontario, they didn't have to worry about that because we reverted. I mean, I'm in BC, but they reverted back to the 1996 curriculum, which I think is good. Like,
it was a good year.
It hasn't really been like much of a change in like, thought about that school of science and personality.
Oh, the dicks.
What are we talking about?
Bigger.
The dicks are bigger now. It's just evolution.
Yeah. The bigger
more
people get to pass on their genes.
It's true, man.
Yeah, we're gonna eventually become mostly dick.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I hope so.
Same.
Finally, I'll have some company. Yeah. Hey.
Rubbing's racing.
Rubbing!
Trading paint.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, actually, when did you guys get your first sexual education course in school?
Never.
Like, how old?
I think we've had this conversation before, and it drives me crazy every time that he says never.
You had I had senior year in high school.
What? That was your first one?
Yeah, that's it.
Senior year.
Yep.
I had 6th and 8th or 9th grade were the 2 years of it.
Yeah, see, like 8th and 9th grade seems pretty okay, but like senior year and never seem both pretty bad. You know?
Yeah, I mean, we had it in 5th grade for the first time, I think.
That seems good.
5th or 4th.
So the further north you go, the more sex education there is.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more or less.
In the North Pole there. It's like right out of the womb.
Label the diagram.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I do also, like, I don't necessarily... I mean, I think more sex education tends to be a good thing, But the way they teach it, sex education is like hilarious. Is like, at no other class in my entire life have I ever been asked to like label the bones in an arm or something like that. But they're like, yeah, sex education. What are all the glands inside of your abdomen that make you nut? I'm gonna stop saying
It was weird when the lady like put the condom on the banana with her mouth. I didn't expect her to do that in front of the class. But I appreciated the educational experience, and like everybody clapped at the end, so it was pretty exciting.
Do you ever do the one where the teacher puts the condom on his head and then blows it up with his nose?
You shouldn't do that. That's dangerous.
That seems bad, yeah.
What are you talking about?
All I'm saying is
not
it's
to sit on the suction in the swimming pool also.
What? Oh yeah, because you could pull out your insides.
Yeah, it could pull, and then you got to chew them out to get out. So you don't
chew them off. Chew off your intestines.
They should teach that in more schools.
Well, I thought it was weird when like the teacher brought her husband in and then they just fucked to like show us how it was done.
Yeah. There's a lot of porns of that actually.
What are you talking about?
Well,
It's like a sex education class and then
Chat, what's the one oh no. Sorry, I gave you the bottle opener course. What's the course? I always forget the name of the course, but
okay, explain it if you would.
The one that goes like loop-de-doop-de,
yeah.
only on the top.
Oh, I thought you were talking about education courses. You mean the tracks that we're going to be
okay, it was like
sense,
whoop, 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 back and forth.
Oh, I get you. Yeah.
In outer loop,
the loop-de-doop-de.
Outer loop, inner over, outer loop, outer oval.
Learning to braid hair.
Hold on. Okay.
Outer oval loop.
Probably. Don't stop till you get enough. Dirt oval. Bonebreaker Valley, Crash Canyon, Midwest, Motors, Hilltop Stadium, Oval.
I think Hilltop Stadium is the one that always has horrible frame rate.
This seems right.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
You know, it's really funny that out of all the things you could come up with to talk about, whenever someone sees the Miracle of Life movie, they always need to talk about the bush on the lady.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to talk about how she shit herself while she was having her baby.
That is
Very
more
common.
notable, I would say.
Yeah.
I don't remember if that did happen, but maybe it did.
Is that like a guarantee in pregnancy? Because it's pretty high.
A lot of pressure to put
chance,
on that sphincter.
Do you
Yeah.
think she was like, I shouldn't have had that chili for lunch?
Oh God. No, I remember. I do remember that scene.
Disgusting.
Mostly because of the pubic hair, but not because I thought that pubic hair was inherently gross, but because it was covered in blood and there was, it was all like greasy locks of pubes.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
that's fair enough, I guess. In that case,
It's
sorry,
weird.
Rob.
Like, it didn't look like that in the Lightning Crashes music video, so I just don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
Oh, my feeling coming back again, like a rolling thunder chasing the wind.
No! Why did you aim into me?
Do people eat when they're pregnant, like at the very end?
Dude, I would eat while I'm giving birth.
Well, that's what I mean. If you have like a
baby.
24-hour delivery, are you eating at some point?
You got the placenta right there for you, right? So.
I think you probably have like some juice or something, right?
Yeah, you gotta stay hydrated, right?
You're losing a lot of fluid.
That's what I'm saying.
There, like, just putting all this pressure down, I don't know how you can really eat. It seems like you'd be nauseous.
Yeah, but like, you could be nauseous, but then also like have to consume energy to fuel your metabolic process.
I don't know. They could like run an IV or something. I don't know.
Fair.
I've never been pregnant or seen a pregnancy, so this is all ignorance.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, I wasn't in the room when Dennis's wife gave birth. Well, yes, that's true. But also, like I only saw the aftermath. I don't really know what goes on in that room.
The aftermath.
I don't know what goes on in
They
that
call
room.
it a baby.
Yeah, that's a human
That's
being.
what it is, yeah. Why would you aim for me, you son of a bitch?
I wonder if they ever do like a magic bit where they do a C-section on a lady and then like they pull the curtain over and then he just pulls the baby out and he's like, "Ah, it's a baby now." Like the rabbit out of a hat. I wouldn't mind more doctors with magic wands. That would be fun.
I want to raise something a little controversial.
A flag,
Okay,
a
we haven't
rebel
done that yet
flag.
today.
It's been
Yeah,
one
I'm
of those
excited
shows.
for that
Yeah.
one.
I'm just, it's the first time I thought about it for a while.
Okay.
I was not one of those guys. You know, I mean, like, I've done dissections and stuff like that. When I saw The Miracle of Life, I was like, well, that's really, it's like a little gross, obviously, but like, of course it's a little gross. I mean, it's like, it's shit and fluid and a human infant, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
The baby comes out purple.
Why do we really need to watch that? Like, I don't know what it taught me as a child.
It tells you to set your expectations.
I guess it taught me. I didn't learn anything except, like, well, you know, when I'm in the delivery room at some point in my life, expect it to be messy.
Yeah. Well,
I think
what
it
taught
teaches you
me.
don't get someone pregnant because it's
Yeah,
fucking...
you think that's what it?
Right,
You think it's actually like a Trojan horse, like abstinence education is like, unless you want this to happen.
No, understand the consequences of what you do is what I think it means.
Yeah, that's fair. Can
Yeah,
understand that.
what it taught me was that if I'm in the room during a birth, I am going to be standing at the side of the bed, not, you know,
Not
in the view of
69
the
over
legs.
top.
Yeah, no, I'm not. Do they have doctors? They can tell you.
Can you stand wherever you want, though?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Splash
I mean, you
zone.
can't stand on the bed.
Yeah, right. I
That'd
mean, I
be
suppose
a
there are
little
some
ignorant.
limitations. Yeah,
Dude, you
they're-
could do like football when they hike, and you could go over her and then like grab the baby and pass it off to her. You could
That
be the
seems pretty
first one
good.
there.
You're
Does
right.
it
Like,
shotgun out?
I think it's stupid in North
I mean,
America.
if you call that play, then yeah.
Right. Yeah.
In North America, we have like women lay down to give birth when you know what they do in Japan is they just squat and it keeps your birth canal straight, which is better for you.
Oh.
You know, like long
That's
term
similar
for
to
your
pooping,
for
right?
your gastrointestinal help. Yeah,
That's good.
health, I should say.
Are they over like a bed or something, like a mat, so that the baby doesn't fall on tile?
It's a paper shredder.
Oh Jesus! At least it's not a baby.
Someone's there to catch it. It's just for the detritus.
Well, they're slippery though.
They just do things
They are
better
slippery.
over there.
Yeah, that's you know.
Do you
I don't-
need, is there a special mitt?
I don't like when staff gives me a ... That's like that's where it's like somebody, your agent on the side of the
bring
stage
it
is
in.
like, all right, cool it. You got
End of the channel, boys. That's it. It's
You look,
over.
you look stage right, and your manager's sitting there doing the finger across the neck symbol.
Oh no.
Oh man.
We'll rein it in a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we can. Yeah.
That being said, I guess I actually support it if the idea behind I gotta change the course, my mistake. If the idea behind it is like, hey, use birth control.
Use.
Use
Use
hey,
guys.
use whatever you like. Use youths. You should, I understand that. But otherwise, I was kind of the opinion that it basically just seems like it's there to just kind of gross you out and be like, hey, check it out. This is life. And if so, there should be other things that gross you out to teach you about what life is like, I think.
Hey,
Well-
hey, go back to the beginning of the stream. What did I say?
You did say that.
Yeah.
I-
Cover. You told us to
And
cover
you all
children
said
in
it was
blood.
absurd. And now we're actually making arguments for exactly what I said.
That's a good point. The baby comes out covered in blood already. It's kind of
Yeah,
like we already do that.
That's
true.
called original sin, Austin.
You know what they should do is like on your birthday, they should make you watch the video of your birth.
Oh God, no! That's weird.
Every
You need to watch your
year.
mother's vagina.
That's the gross
maybe
part
the
is, oh
worst
no,
thing.
you're
Yes,
basically
that's
seeing a house
absolutely
you
the
lived in
worst
for
part.
9 months. You lived in her vagina.
It was more like an apartment,
Yeah.
like a New York City
You're
apartment.
just subletting.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. The lease was only 10 months. So.
I think, because here's what happened. My mom texts me on my birthday and goes like, hey, happy birthday. Like, it's the happiest day of my life. It should be the exact opposite. On your birthday,
It's an apology to your
you
mom.
should call your mom and be like, thank you for going through that.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that
Buy
was
her a
fucked
gift.
up.
Thank you
Are
for
you?
not charging me? Have you seen rent prices lately? Jesus Christ.
You should be like, are you? You might have been insane back then, but yeah, you buy her a gift, and then
Yeah.
Dad can show up too. You know, he can have an appetizer or something. But like,
It's not an absurd concept that you just described, actually.
No, not at all. Yeah.
why would you celebrate your birthday if not like for your parents? Like on your birthday, you didn't do anything except get pushed out of a womb.
Yeah.
I think like the concept of celebrating a birthday is probably because for
You're
most
alive
of
still.
human, yeah, right, like most of human history, like it was a good thing if you managed to survive another year. Really,
It would make orphans' birthdays really awkward. Like,
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
yeah, that would
And
be
you still kind of
pretty
need
fucked
these
up.
as markers of like statistics about your life.
I mean, you
So
could
it's not
still
right.
you could celebrate your own birthday, but I do think you should buy your mom a gift instead of the other way around.
yeah, that seems right.
What do you
So we
do
have
for like the
Mother's
first
Day.
15 years though, when you can't really earn money?
Well, you just say
Make
thank
her a
you.
card.
And don't talk back on that day.
That's fair.
Right, yeah.
And make her one of those like hand turkeys from kindergarten class.
Oh, they love the hand turkeys.
They really do love the hand turkeys. I know I've got shit on for saying this before, but like those hand turkeys look nothing like real turkeys. I don't know what
And
I don't know what
when
the
you-
big fingers are about.
You turn 25, they don't seem important anymore, which is bullshit.
Yeah.
I still took a minute and a half to make a hand turkey. You should respect that.
I've also talked about this, I think, on the LSS, but like when I was in elementary school, they had like a drawing time for, you know, to chill out and de-stress and draw, right, or whatever, and learn about drawing.
Decompress
So they
from
had-
the stresses of third grade.
Dude, hey, when you think about it, that's like 5-year-olds with 40 pounds of textbooks on their back going to school
Yeah.
for like 9 hours a day, waking up at 5 a.m. here.
We
So
all
I
just
would
live
imagine
down
it's
the
pretty
wrong part of the
stressful.
track.
Yeah. Anyway, but so they had stencils where you could draw animals, and I would draw the stencil. I'd stencil out the animal and then draw like rockets on it and like Gatling guns and shit.
Me too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
it was fucking awesome. Miss doing that, man.
You can still do it.
I mean, I can, yeah.
You'd be a lot better at it now too.
Mm-hmm.
Which is actually the coolest thing about being an adult is like you don't have to do stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, if
And
you're
I could
gonna
buy
be-
candy bars whenever I want.
Yeah, like I don't have
You
to
can
do
go out-
art.
Get drunk, buy candy bars, and draw fucking turkeys all day if you want. That's your
Definitely like not the best part of being an adult.
life. What is it?
I don't know, but it's not that.
I'm saying you have the freedom to draw whatever you want whenever you want.
That's true.
With whatever you want. You could use human shit if you want to make your turkeys.
People do, yeah.
No.
What?
People love drawing with shit, man.
Not really.
It's like nature's pencil.
It's like more like nature's charcoal, I think, more than anything
Yeah,
else.
well, I mean, it is
Yeah.
more like charcoal.
little pastel in there, watercolor.
a little gouache.
Depending on the day.
Oh, it's the
Depending
wrong
on
way.
consistency.
Yeah. Acrylic.
Little brown gouache.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know anything.
little baby brown gouache.
Brown gouache, bro.
Gouache. Gouache.
Love to put some gouache on your deck.
Oh, God.
Pretender. Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah,
Fucking
that's horrible.
dude.
I don't know what gouache is.
No, I don't either. I have no idea. Is that like a vegetable?
like a
Is that-
sauce.
No, it's like a goopy. I don't really know what you do with it because I had to buy it for all my art classes, but I don't remember ever using it.
Hmm.
I bought a white gouache. I think we were supposed to use it to like cover over mistakes or something, but I
You're
think you
talking
can
about whiteout?
paint with it as
yeah,
well.
that's like whiteout. Yeah.
No, it's not whiteout. It's something totally different. It comes in other colors.
Did
It's a
you
thick
go to school
watercolor.
before whiteout was invented? Is that what
I
happened?
went to school in the 2000s.
Nick, did you ever use carbon copy paper?
Yeah.
I was talking
Why?
about it in an Isaac episode, and I was like, I feel like that's something that, I mean, I was on the tail end. It was in 8th grade. My teacher was like, the photocopier's broken, but I got this carbon copy paper, and I was like, what the fuck is this? It's like an analog photocopier?
Well, you
Wow.
probably used it in contracts before if you've ever like signed for something.
You know what? That is true.
You'll
I
have
have
3 or 4 layers of it, so you get multiple
Oh,
copies
yeah.
out.
I have used it at the bank before. That's true.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. You ever done an
They,
etching on like a grave or something?
Oh, absolutely not.
Or a leaf?
I have never done a grave etch.
You never etched a grave?
Why was grave the first thing that came to mind?
Yeah. Because sometimes the text on the grave can become unreadable, but if you do an etching, you can still read it.
Oh.
I think that's why I've done those, but I kind of don't remember. I was kind of young when I did that.
I've like edged around a grave site. I don't know if that's the same.
I've edged.
You're talking about like with your dick.
Yeah. Jerk
Why
off
would you
until the point
masturbate
of...
at a fucking graveyard?
Yeah, that's very strange.
Well, you know, they got lots of
You just missed her very much.
a lot of muses.
Muses? What, the crows?
It is October, so like it is the season, right?
Right, yeah. It's spooky land. The what's that stuff? Because I knew kids in the art department of my high school that did it where
Brag about it.
I think it's just photograph film paper or whatever, right? But what they would do is they would put it in like a box and then just point it at the sun, you know, and leave it there for a couple hours.
Pinhole camera.
Pinhole, yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
It's a very
'cause you can
classic
make 'em out of
science
some
lab.
cardboard.
Yeah, those are cool. I always like those.
Yeah. I was kind of tired of it because every single photo class, there would be a teacher that was like, this year we're going to make a pinhole camera.
Right, yeah.
And everybody would lose their minds like, this is the 5th time I've done this. I don't care anymore.
You guys ever do that science lab where you build a solar cooker to try to cook hot dogs in the
No.
just by the heat of the sun?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
they just
but
call
that
that
sounds
the
awesome,
street.
actually.
It actually sucked, but it could have been
Oh.
awesome. But what they taught us, like, you know, the principles of, like, you know, dark colors absorb light and white colors reflect light. And all right, now build a solar cooker. And then we, like, me and my partner built one, and we're like, I don't know, it's a shoebox with aluminum foil in it. And then we just kind of like shoved a hot dog in it. We waited an hour, and then they're like, all right, eat it. And we're like, it's like a
What?
It's a cold wiener.
They wanted you to eat it.
That's just a
A
cold
lukewarm
hot dog.
hot dog, I guess. Yeah.
It was not even warm. It was just.
You kept it insulated.
I mean, it like went out of the fridge and then into the box, and then an hour
Ah,
later, we're
right.
like, it's still basically cold.
It's like you made a little cooler for it.
It basically sucked. But I do remember that there was like one group who made it actually get warm. I was like, these guys are going places.
But I feel like that test would work a lot better in a place like Arizona or something. You
Yeah.
know,
Just
where
use
you
the
could like cook an
sidewalk.
egg on the side. Yeah, exactly.
I think the team that like did it, do you think it's like owned a lighter or something?
Awesome.
Oh,
This was
dude.
5th grade.
I mean,
Come on.
I knew
some
kids
wild
with lighters
fifth
in
graders
fifth
out
grade.
there.
Yeah, come on
He
now.
kept lighting them off on the bus for some reason. I don't know what the point was.
Oh my lord.
This isn't gonna work.
Why is my reset interrupt? God damn it.
I did an egg drop in my 3D design class.
Ah, yeah.
Ooh, those are tasty.
We had to go on the roof of the school and drop them off, and the egg had to survive. I don't think they failed you if you didn't have your egg survive, but it was like a point of discussion against you in the critique.
Well, did you ever do the classic assignment where it was like you have to take care of an egg for like a week?
No,
I never
that's
had
like a
to do that,
parenting
but-
thing.
yeah.
This is
I had
like
to do it,
design thing.
and I still to this day don't understand what the point of...
To be delicate.
Yeah, but what's
Yeah.
the assignment for? Hey,
Yeah,
we're gonna give you like
yeah.
something breakable. Come back in a week, and if it's broken, you get a C.
What do you have to do in that experiment, by the way? Or not experiment, but like thing. Like, do you? Because can't I just like leave it in the fridge in a carton?
Are
Like, do you have to do something
You're
with
supposed
eggs?
to carry it with you to class every day,
Okay,
and then you have
Oh.
it like on your desk, and then you're like, you know,
that
here you
sounds
go.
awful.
But wouldn't it rot?
well, not like a week out of the fridge. You wouldn't want to eat
Like
it, but like
hard boiled, you know.
No, if it's
you
hard
can't hard
boil.
boil, dude. That would be the galaxy brain solution for sure. You
I
just
cooked my
hard-boil
baby
it.
teacher. Here
Just-
you go.
Bring scrambled eggs in one day. You're like, I did it.
Well, did you guys have
Yeah.
a? I hope this is common and is not just me going to like a redneck high school. But did you have like a junior, senior year level class in your high school that was like parenting, where they gave you those like
No.
they give you the dolls that are like real human babies?
Oh no, but I've
Uh,
seen those.
I heard they did that at my school, but I didn't have to do it for some reason.
This is apparently not a common story, but they
No.
did have it at my school.
Oh,
Where,
those
like,
are horrifying.
The baby has almost like a diagnostic computer inside of it.
Yeah.
That's like
It's like a
It's an
Tamagotchi.
accelerometer, measures if it gets dropped.
yeah, exactly. It's an Ontario thing. Okay.
Well,
Hey.
They should just like give you a copy of like Pokemon Red and just do that instead.
exactly, dude.
Well, you do have to fight them. Do you have to fight the babies? At the end
Well,
of it, like is
they
that
fight
pretty
each
cool?
other.
You
It
gotta
wouldn't be
fight your
fair if
babies.
you fought the babies.
Yeah.
What if some kid finds the HM for Fire Blast or the TM for Fire Blast? Then he wins.
HM.
That's ridiculous, HM.
What's weird is that it seems like such a, again, like a redneck sort of thing. It's actually like kind of a good idea for a class.
It's better than an egg. I'll tell you that much.
I agree with that
Well-
100%. I also think it's better than 12th grade chemistry.
I don't know, but
Maybe.
if you think about it the other way, isn't it kind of a waste of time? Because if they're gonna drop the baby, like, it kind of just takes care of itself then.
What do you mean it takes care
baby?
of itself? Like the laws of physics then?
The laws
have
of
taken
physics kind
care
of just
of?
handle the rest of that for you.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Life and death in motion. An egg isn't gonna change anything about that, or a baby doll.
Yeah, our school,
Uh,
it wasn't mandatory.
well, that's good at least.
Grade 10 math was mandatory, but, if you just want to wing having a baby, that's at your own personal discretion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if the class coordinated on the final day of the egg thing, where they all scrambled them and ate them on their desks the day the teacher was going to grade you?
Why do they have to
sounds
eat them
delicious.
on their desk?
Because they're showing defiance to the teacher, saying, "Look, we don't put up with your shit. We ate our babies."
How are they gonna heat the desk though?
In the sun.
They gotta use
Oh,
tinfoil.
Yeah.
Put tinfoil in there.
This is suddenly a great idea, honestly.
It's just breakfast, man. Like, you came to school, you want to have a good, nutritious breakfast.
You have
Instead
a
of-
week-old egg, a single egg.
Instead of
on your
eggs,
desk.
I'm hearing in chat they use, like, bags of flour now. It's just, I still
my
don't
Jesus
understand. Maybe they didn't do a good job of explaining it. I don't understand the scholastic intent of it. It's just to be like, hey, some things are breakable. Yeah, I
it's-
know. That's why I'm bringing my iPad to class in 4th grade now.
I think it's like a 1900s way of caring for a baby, where the only way you cared for a baby in the early 1900s is like, well, it's alive, so that's good.
Yep. It's still
You know,
crying.
I
got that
actually,
handled.
I don't know. I feel like it's just one of those things maybe where it's like, hey, I'm a 4th grade teacher and I have to come up with 200 fucking days
Right,
of lessons. So yeah, this week we're taking care of an egg. Get over it, okay?
Yeah,
next
that seems
week,
fair,
or next week we're reading. Next week we're reading Tuck Everlasting, and then
I think they should do a week of every kid has to beat getting over it to learn patience.
I lost to the bus.
There's a boss?
A
The
bus.
The bus.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Boss. God damn it.
Look, we both lost. I had to do something fun. Ah, fuck.
God damn it, I'm wrecked now, you son of a bitch.
If your cat could turn into a bus, would it be ethical to ride inside of it?
Is this a Miyazaki? Why do I think of it? I have like a mental picture of a cat bus.
My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh.
My neighbor Jeff.
That's the Toro, man. He's local.
watched My Neighbor Jeff.
Oh man, school, right?
Yeah, I know, dude.
Fucking
I'm gonna be honest, I'm really happy I'm not at school anymore.
You know, I'm really happy that I finally hit the level of courses at this college that means I never have to do group projects ever again.
Oh yeah. After a point, like when you're taking night classes as like a 29-year-old, like I feel like, group leadership exercises seem kind of wasted on you.
Well,
at
they're a
that
lot
point, don't
easier
you?
now because everybody has like some employment experience.
Right.
They're just like, hey,
Yeah.
do you want to be my partner? And they're like, yeah. And then you're like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what you're gonna do. I also I don't know, because these might be my people, the people I sit next to in my class right now. This is an arena, a demolition arena, by the way,
Arena
of
football.
last man standing. So pick your car accordingly. They're like 19, 20 years old, and like I hope they're not watching because I'm about to like insult
Roast
them a
them?
little bit. Well, they're just it's not that they're dumb. It's just that they're in their own like 19 to 20-year-old worldview. So they're in a night class and they're like, man, night classes are so late. Like, I don't see why they just don't run them like 1 to 4 p.m. instead. And I'm like, well, because everyone here is an adult who has a fucking job. If you want to go to school from 1 to 4 p.m., just go. They run the classes at that time. It's just not night class anymore. It's not like the school opens its doors in the evening and then is like, okay, now finally we're ready.
That's weird. They should know better than to say that.
I think it's just, you know, when you're young, you got less to complain about most of the time.
You signed up for night classes.
You're just like, lunch sucks. They gave me whole wheat bread today.
Yo, to be honest though, what kind of college kid is complaining about classes that start late?
Well,
Come on now.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they're missing their WoW raid. Austin.
I don't play anymore.
Is anybody else watching other cars play?
No.
Do you not maybe up or something?
No, I see your car actually. You're in an
What's-
SUV over there.
Yeah, I have cinematic camera.
Oh, I think you
Oh,
press...
why?
Yeah, there you go.
That was so weird. Anyway, other than that, they seem like good kids. But
Oh, that's good.
I will say I had like a Larry David moment where I was like, am I going to talk to these kids about why they have night class at night, or are we just going to like shut up and be quiet? And I said shut up and be quiet.
Are we officially old enough now to call 20-year-olds kids?
No, just Ryan's doing that.
What? The
All right.
20? I mean, they are. I mean, I don't mean it as a pejorative. I mean,
No. I know. I've been starting to say that about, like, you know, players that get drafted in the NFL, and I feel like an old ass man. It's like, yeah, the kid seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders.
Dude, they're childlike adults, basically.
More or less.
They were also talking about Fortnite, and I was like, hell yeah. Brother.
It's like not to do
Cheers
with
from
their
Matt.
age, but more like their position relative to your life is really what it's referring to.
Yeah, I think so.
They may as well be kids because they're younger than you.
Yeah.
But that's not pejorative toward them. That's just what it is.
Yeah. You know.
Ah!
I'm 36, you fucker. You're a kid. Yeah, I feel like that's just the thing that you get, right? Like every time you had to switch schools, you got that 1 year of being the senior, and then you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm the dopest kid in school, and then, oh, now I'm the bottom of the barrel again. But then, you know, when you leave school, it's just like, well, I'm older than you, so you're a kid.
Yeah,
That's why-
it's a small fish, bigger pond kind of situation.
It's actually why night class is great, is because there's no social dynamic whatsoever.
That's
You
cool.
you literally, it's like prison,
It's
but
kind
in
of like
a-
resin for college.
It is resin, yeah. You just show up and do your work, and then you go home. There's never like a.
Sounds ideal.
It's beautiful, yeah.
I mean, I didn't live on campus, so I kind of had that experience as well. It was mostly just classes and a lot of waiting between classes.
Yeah.
But I didn't really
Yeah.
make very close friends with anybody.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's a lot of fun, actually. Because I mean, I did live in a dorm for a year, and then I lived in an apartment in my second year. And if I just had to like commute to take classes, I wouldn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, it was like 45 minutes of driving every day, one way, and it was like mostly driving was what I did.
Yeah, that seems annoying.
Nick's character model has no place for his feet to be. So
Yeah,
they-
I'm just kind of floating. I'm floating a bit off the ground there.
His hands are also not touching that steering wheel
Yeah.
at all.
That's
Yeah.
true. Chat's right. You probably learned how to drive really well on your commute.
There you
I
go.
did. I had to drive through some snowstorms actually on the highway that were terrifying, and I didn't ever crash. So I
Dude,
did.
if
learn
there
something.
was, I'll tell you the truth. If there's a snowstorm, no, actually, you're probably paying like $500 per class, right? Yeah, I'm driving through that snowstorm too.
I didn't know at the time because I didn't have a cell phone, but I didn't know they had canceled classes. So I
Oh.
drove the whole way there to find out. I wasted my time and then turned around.
Oh Jesus!
Dude, how is this going to end? You're faster than me. I can never catch you. I can never catch you. You just have to decide how this ends.
He's just gonna outrun you.
I think he's just letting me have it.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah, I
like
think
it.
so. Yeah. Well, I think he gave you your one shot. Now it's his
Oh.
turn.
Okay,
And
yeah,
you
take
gotta
your shot.
stay
Yeah,
still.
shot
Yeah.
for shot.
Okay, take it. Are we Are we dueling at dawn? What are we doing?
Dueling at dawn.
All right, good attempt. I'm gonna take my
we
shot.
can do a backup
Whoa,
shot.
did you see?
He missed.
Do you see what this guy said in chat? Rock Lee
What?
is the worst harvester driver I've ever seen.
Oh, no!
shit,
Come on, dude. It's what was that guy's name from?
Oh, yeah.
It's Miles.
I'm not a monster.
Yeah. The guy is like, learn to play, fucker.
Not a monster, just a moron.
This is riveting, right?
That's pretty good.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Hey, you got him.
I won my first game of this in my life.
Hey,
I like it.
back to lobby.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey, that sounds right.
Shut up. Just ride, dude.
Oh man.
DD
How-
for
We were
Mole,
born
for
in
Formal.
'99. Jesus Christ, I'm old.
Dude, the first player born in the 2000s scored a goal in the NHL 2 nights ago.
Wow,
3 nights
that's
ago.
crazy.
Wow.
Fucking millennials.
I mean, it's pretty.
Does-
It's just wild.
Does NHL skew any older than any other sport, or are they kind of like the median?
Feel like it skews younger than baseball.
Yeah, I probably agree with that.
I don't know about other sports. Maybe
It's
roughly
like 20
about
to
average.
30 is kind of the golden years for everybody in sports, really.
Yeah, there's definitely. I think you age worse in hockey than in a lot of sports. But
And,
it depends-
and
I guess
obviously not golf.
definitely not golf. Yeah, but like in football, it's like position based, right? There's like
Shit.
kickers in their 40s, and they could realistically you could kick, later.
Well, you still have to like run around though, right?
Yeah,
It's
you
not
gotta-
like you
you gotta
kick and
run
then
a
you don't
little
do
bit.
anything else.
But there are people that are like, there's kickers in the NFL that were kicking when I was like 10 years old.
If you're a kicker and you're 40 and everybody else is tackling each other, do they like know not to hit you super hard?
I think based on the fact that you look like a normal human being instead of an American gladiator.
Yeah. They go easy on the kickers because like, what's the point in injuring them, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? For real. Sorry, what did I miss?
We were talking about football and you missed it, so
God
sorry,
damn it!
Rob.
Every
Your
fucking
one
time.
moment.
Every time.
No,
I
I mean,
know.
I think it's an honest question. If they are kickers and they're older,
Yeah.
why would you want to hit them super hard?
They don't.
bad.
They just don't hit kickers, really.
That's what I was getting at. So that's good.
Yeah.
They watch out for each other.
Yeah, it's like in the NFL, if you're a running back, your career is like 6 years, right?
Yeah, like
Damn.
the average time is
6
like even the
years.
best guys will retire at like 30. Most of them.
That's rough, dude.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so
it's
short.
crazy.
But you could
That's
be a
why-
quarterback like into your late 30s, or even like
Mhm.
your early 40s if you're like a genetic superhero and totally not using performance-enhancing drugs.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
at all.
No, Tom Brady has the smart water. He's using Russell Wilson's smart water that stops concussions. Yeah, no, there was a story of like Johnny Unitas who used to play in like the 50s and 60s, I think.
Yeah, it's Hank Hill's favorite
I
player.
know that guy.
There you go. Yeah, he apparently players said that like in his later years they just kind of stopped sacking him hard because they felt bad.
It was,
Because he
it was a more gentlemanly time.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, no, it's a nice little sportsman move.
Are their careers in any sport shorter than 6 years?
If you're bad.
Yeah.
Or if your back gets shattered on like, the
die.
bench
That
door.
happens.
Yeah, or if you die. There's a lot of
Yep.
NHL players in the 20s who just died of like the flu. Which sounds ridiculous now, but like, yeah, he was a superstar and then he got the Spanish flu and he's dead now.
Well, Ryan, didn't you hear flu shots have poison? That's probably why they turned down the flu
I don't think
shot
they had
in
any
the
shots
20s.
back then.
Yeah.
They gave each
Probably.
other shots.
See what happened to them?
Exactly.
They became exceptional hockey players.
Dude, and not to bring up an open wound for Austin here, but Le'Veon Bell right now on the Steelers running back, and they won't give him a long-term deal, and he's like, all right, I'm not going to play.
Or like Le'Veon Bell, get him out of here.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and then there are like the main consensus is that like he's like greedy, but it's like, I mean, that team could cut him whenever. They end contracts all the time. Why would he be loyal to them if they're not loyal to him? You know what I
Is
mean?
he okay? Like, is his family all right?
They
Is he?
offered
They need the
he's
money
the
badly.
most money of any running back. Oh my God.
But this is
didn't
an
know who he was.
honest question, though. Does he deserve more than the most money? I know it sounds ridiculous.
No,
but
because he got suspended for 2 seasons.
that does sound pretty bad.
Did he get suspended for 2 seasons? When was
Well,
that?
he got suspended for 4 games one season, and the entire season the next season.
Oh, I don't even remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
What for?
that is. Stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the guy who smoked weed and...
No, you're thinking of Josh Gordon.
No, it's Le'Veon Bell.
No,
He
but I
also
mean,
did the
Ryan is thinking of Josh Gordon.
The guy that took the phone call on weed and then he was
Yeah.
like going into a meeting.
No, I'm thinking of, what was that guy? Ricky from the Dolphins?
Gervais. Yeah,
Ricky
yeah,
Gervais,
that's the one, yeah. Hey, does my running offend you, eh? Yeah.
I think my guy was a coach maybe that did that.
Yeah, the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, the
coach.
Miami Dolphins
Yeah.
offensive
Ricky
line
Williams,
coach.
that's
Lines,
it.
Yeah, Ricky Williams. Okay, yeah.
My sports knowledge is like a series of arbitrary pinpoints on the map of all the things that exist.
Yeah. Yeah,
Was
I
it
don't know,
just
man.
pot or was he doing coke? He might have been doing something harder than weed.
Oh, Ricky Mountain?
The guy we are just talking about, Ricky Gervais.
Ricky.
Ricky
I'm
Will,
so-
whatever you just
Yeah.
said his name was.
I don't remember. I'm not sure what happened with Ricky Williams. He was like kind of before my time, I think, a little bit.
CBD coke.
Can I tell you, speaking of CBD,
Yeah.
I don't think my city's ready for legalization. Because, and I've been a supporter of it for a long time, but they're doing a dinner
Uh-huh.
that, well, not like the city hall is doing a dinner, but like
Right.
there's a dinner being done, I should say, and it's a CBD and THC infused haute cuisine,
Oh, Jesus.
like
50 nug challenge.
4-course meal, basically.
Just one huge butter pot
What?
and a knife and fork, and you just
Wait.
dig in.
Hold on. Are those like just a bunch of people who've never smoked pot? Because like those people are going to be blasted.
I
A
have no
4-course meal?
idea what's
Those
gonna happen.
people-
There must be like the tiniest bit.
Right? Because they're going to get destroyed by
It
the
may
end of the
even
night.
be symbolic.
They're going to sleep in the city hall. That's what's going to happen.
Why is this lobby getting? It's got lobby politics, dude.
That's it.
They're banning people.
Niels with the most BM. Bronze boner from Dr. Evil.
Oh, Niels was the one that was like yelling at me for driving the tractor wrong.
He was, yeah. He said Rock Lee was the worst tractor
Yeah.
driver. He said
I'll own that. I mean, I'm not saying I'm good at it either.
Mm-hmm.
I did win the race though in that one particular case.
He's out of
It's
here.
pretty good, yeah.
All right, he's out of here.
Rip Niels, yeah.
I mean, there's like
his last
1,000
words were, "What did they do?"
There's
That's
1,000
the
other
end.
servers. Like I don't really want to like, you know, be this dude who's like, this is banned for my lobby doesn't support this kind of behavior. But like, you know,
No laming.
just stop
What did they do?
stop being a weirdo and drive your car.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Does every lobby have to be like, I thought there was free speech?
I just don't look at the chat generally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never even really. I only see it when you guys bring it up. To be honest
I
with
look
you,
at my normal chat. I don't look at that.
I think that's years of Dota experience for me, though, personally, where it's just like I'm just gonna ignore what everyone else says if they're a random, because
Playing
it's always
Quake
gonna be
teaches you
bad.
It's just a kill feed. It's
The
just 100
smartest-
people said X fragged X.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. The smartest, like, evolution or innovation in...
You're talking about Hearthstone.
Well, in any multiplayer game was just,
Mhm.
you can only quick chat.
Yeah,
And you
right,
can't hear the
right,
other
right.
team. Because then, if you want to, like, BM, what do you just go, oops, 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 and then you're,
Yeah.
okay, muted.
Well, in Magic the Gathering, I do your go, your go, your go, your go,
You
your
still
go.
found a way to be a troll?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my god.
Because people BM in that game, dude. Like if you win and they feel like they've been slighted by your win, they'll just like don't do anything, and they
I
have
say
4
good
minutes of time.
game.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can rope for, like, 15 to 20 minutes per game if you want.
Oh, I
It's
rope a lot.
insane. Yeah,
You can ask any Hearthstone streamer if they hate like annoying like people who spam emotes or ropers more. Always
Yeah.
rope.
Mhm.
it's the
It is
worst.
the most hated thing to do to someone else.
Yeah, it's very
Can I ask
frustrating.
a magic question actually?
Mm.
when do you get the packs again, or not the packs, the decks? Because somebody told me every day if you do the quests, you get another deck.
More or
But
less.
I've only
Alakazam.
seen one come in, and it's been for packs instead.
It might be that you just have to keep like
I just have to do more
queuing
quests.
and ranking, like like
Okay,
doing games probably.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I mean,
that's fine.
I've gotten like 8 or 9 of the pre-made decks just from doing dailies.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna have to play it more then.
that's fun. I am still salty that I don't have my deck anymore, but that again is really mostly my fault, like 95% me.
I got this one like rare wild card, and I don't want to redeem it because it's like too good to use syndrome.
Well, that's
I
good
don't
for like a
wanna waste
planeswalker.
it.
If you're gonna pop it on anything, pop it on a
But
planeswalker.
the meta
you know?
can change, and I might use it on one that immediately is useless.
Austin.
You said Austin twice, and then you didn't say anything
no
afterwards.
replies. Might
Just
be-
do what I did and play like... Oh, he reset. Play like 20 sealed events until you get enough wildcards to build any net deck,
draft?
and then build...
But you don't get wild cards in sealed.
Well, no, but you get them from the packs that you open for rewards for sealed.
Oh.
And then build the best net deck, and then just queue and stomp the people using the pre-made Merfolk deck over and over.
Wow.
Dude, it feels so good, even though it's also incredibly scummy. They're like, turn 2, I drop a Merfolk 1/1. And then you're like, okay, turn 2, I've activated like the engine that wins the game for me with this long saga card you've never seen before in your entire playing career. And then
You're a saga player, I see.
I have one saga in my deck.
Ugh.
I can't believe the green cards now. It's like 4 to cast, and it's like an 8/8 ramp, trample,
Oh, yeah.
fucking vigilance. I don't know how the economy brought the casting costs down so far.
Gotta get removal, baby.
I guess.
What will actually fuck with you is that I wouldn't say the cards have tended to get worse, but like the most overpowered stuff was printed early in Magic's existence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black Lotus.
time warp.
Well, yeah, Black Lotus is like hilarious.
Time warp again.
I always forget, isn't Black Lotus is 1 mana, and then when you crack it, it gives you 3 or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah. One of each like kind or some shit, right? Like or any kind.
Wait, isn't it one of every color?
I thought
Pot
it was-
of Greed allows me to draw 2 cards.
Oh, it's 3 mana for 0.
Ah, yeah.
Jesus.
I wonder why it's
And I was
banned.
thinking of time
Yeah.
walk.
That's so
Time
good.
walk is the one that gives you an extra turn after your current turn.
Oh my god.
I want to
Yeah.
play with those shitty cards again, though. That was the prime of Magic for me. I love those cards.
I never played with those kind of cards. Well, I also definitely never played with anyone who had a Black Lotus, but like,
I loved playing that white black deck in the Magic series. That was a lot of fun.
I mean, when I was playing before they wiped everything, I like built a zombie aggro deck over time, and it was awesome.
Yeah.
And I had like an 80% win rate with it, and it felt amazing. And now it's gone.
Well, you can get back to it.
Yeah.
What's the pay-in for draft in that? Is it expensive?
That
No.
depends on what lens you're evaluating it from. It is cheaper than paper Magic Draft,
Yeah.
but it is it's like more expensive than a Hearthstone Arena.
No, I just mean like, what is it actually? What does it cost? I didn't look.
I don't know, it's like 750 coins or I don't know, like
Oh, that's
200
it?
gems or something. Might be $5.
One pack is 1,000 coins, I think. So it's like
Yeah.
less than one pack.
Yeah.
Because you don't like with some of them like the base level reward is just like
It's
2
not
cards.
5,000 coins.
Oh,
Chad.
they just said it's 5k gold.
It's not
That makes
5.
sense.
It's 750
Some of them.
gems. My mistake.
That
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
sense
yeah,
that
yeah.
it would be 5 packs worth. Yeah, that seems reasonable
Mhm.
actually.
Yeah. I was incorrect.
Alright.
I got the gems and the gold confused.
It's 5k, you asshole.
But they are right.
I mean, well, yeah, but I feel like the asshole bit is
The
a little
asshole
bit
part was not
Maybe
necessary.
that's wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
don't
seems-
think he did
yeah,
that, asshole.
He's already right. He doesn't need to call you an asshole.
I mean, he's right about the asshole thing too, but he didn't have to
well,
say it.
you are an asshole. That's true. Yeah,
Right.
but it's unnecessary.
If you don't win a single match, you still win 1 pack and 50 gems.
Right.
So at the very worst, you wasted the cost of 4 packs.
Well, no, because they give you. It's actually like so. It's cheaper to. I did the math on this when I was doing the bounty. It's cheaper to get your packs through those special event things.
Yeah.
Right.
But like it's like it'll be like 5 or 6 or 10% cheaper, but you don't get wild cards. So
Right.
yeah.
But it's
Well, I mean-
probably still worth it.
I still evaluated through the lens of like Magic Online, which was literally the exact same price as paper Magic, except you know, I mean, you could also sell the cards at that point, but it was really expensive. You're like, I'm gonna draft. It's $15
Yeah.
to do
They
a
let
draft
you,
where you could like lose, 0-2 in
Your
your first round
first
and then
one,
just be
right,
out.
Didn't they let you redeem your physical cards for digital cards, but not the other way around?
No, I think you could redeem if you had the full set online, you could redeem it for the full set of paper.
Dude, back
That's
in the
kinda
day when I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah, that's right. If you had the physical cards, they had little numbers on the bottom of each card, and you just type it into the video game you were playing. Boom, you got that card in the game.
That's smart.
It was awesome. It was really
And
cool.
it's way simpler than it probably needed to be. Like they overcomplicate that kind of thing now.
The only thing that sucked about it is that
they
like,
want
if you
your
had-
I
Right,
know.
yeah, that's it. But the only thing that sucked about it is if, like, say I had 4, I don't know, Diregraph zombies or whatever, the number was always the same for the zombies. So like you can only get 1 if you had 4 in your real deck. So, but other than
you know
that,
what
it
I'd
was
like
good.
though? It would be really nice, and I know they won't ever do this, but it'd be really nice if they just gave you access to every card and let you play in a not ranked, just do what you want mode.
Yeah, they were never gonna do that.
I know,
with any
but it
card
would be
game.
fun to just. It would be great to just have access to just try things and
That would be
play it
dope,
against
yeah,
other
no.
people,
You're not wrong.
It'd be
or even make it a $30 unlock.
it would
whatever.
also be great if someone would just give me like $1 million.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, it might be a little bit dishonest of me to say that, but
For the love of the game, just to be able to enjoy the play of whatever cards you want, and it won't be part of the competitive nature of it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So someone's name was Weeaboo Love, and so I just made my goal to ruin their day.
Austin, don't try to get us back on banter, okay? We're talking about Magic.
Yeah.
Hey, we're bantering
Alright.
about Magic, all right, chat?
Yeah, I started with an honest question, but I didn't mean to keep it going that long.
You guys bantering about magic, you casting a sleep spell?
What is a sleep spell? Oh no.
Everybody in the
That's a sleep spell.
Does
There
that
you go.
make you tired? Because it doesn't make me
Well,
tired.
in the show it did.
Yeah.
They would.
It's got magical
They would lose.
jiggly powers.
Oh man.
Yeah, dude. I feel you.
Ah, you're telling me, dude.
I'm gonna have Boston Market for dinner tonight.
You gonna get
By
some
the way?
rotisserie chicken?
I don't know. I think I might get their ribs, even though they're not
Ooh.
good.
Well,
But
Ribs and
everything,
mac with
you know,
some
it's fast
cornbread.
food. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm not
Nice.
sure. Sides. That's a good question. I actually like the cream spinach.
Cream spinach is great.
Yeah. See, I figured that might have that reaction as well. So it's good to see it's like a 50-50. Austin, where do you fall on cream spinach?
I don't. I like non-cooked spinach, really.
I like
That's fine too if you're having a salad.
I like cooked spinach. I just don't like cream.
Cooked spinach with a little lemon juice and salt is
Oh,
delicious.
now you're speaking my language.
That is
dude.
pretty good. Yeah, I'm in for that. I actually like putting spinach in pasta, like any kind of
Oh,
pasta
yeah.
dish. It's amazing.
It fools you into thinking you're having pesto, but you're not.
Right? Yeah. Or that you're healthy. That
That
you're
too,
still eating
yeah.
pasta.
Pasta
Robert-
should be healthy. I'm tired of it not being.
I'm trying to think. Did I tell you I had pasta on Friday? Italian noodles? You were in chat.
Yeah, you
Oh,
mentioned it.
okay.
Italian
No, I was
noodle.
in chat and I heard you say you went to an Italian noodle place, and I was very angry about it.
Why?
But yeah, go on.
Because you didn't get
Well-
a chance to make fun of me for pronouncing it wrong?
Well, that's why you did it. You didn't want to say pasta.
Correct.
That makes so much more sense. You know what? I'll accept that now.
Thank you.
To be honest,
I
with you.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
You can call them Italian noodles.
I still don't remember what I had, though. Casio Pepe?
Casio, isn't that a boombox? You got a boombox?
What is that's a Casio?
Yeah, a Casio Pepe.
It's a type of keyboard.
It was pretty good,
Yeah.
but you know what? I had another anecdote from that dinner that I didn't bring up. Cade and I got the because I'm, you know, a liberal. We got the the vegetarian appetizer, and it was just called vegetarian appetizer.
Ooh, yeah,
And it
not
was-
good in an Italian restaurant.
Well,
yeah.
it was the strangest appetizer I've ever seen in my entire life. It was just like a bunch of like stewed vegetables, which is fine. And then like a huge serving of burrata, and then
What's
like
that?
it's like
What,
an
9
Italian,
millimeter?
like a soft
the
cheese.
guy with the sword arms in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Barada Obama.
yeah.
And then like the smallest salad I've ever seen in my life, and then following that there was just like some cooked lentils, and I was like, this is just every vegetable in your kitchen cooked and then put on a
Served
plate.
separately.
Look,
yeah.
when you go into an Italian restaurant, don't expect anything vegetarian to be anything but thrown together.
That's fair.
Like, you ever have like a salad at any kind of Italian restaurant? It's like, hey, we put some lettuces and cracked open a can of black olives. That's good, right?
We also
good
like
enough.
it was
Some
like
lettuces.
it was like a kilogram of just assorted vegetables. We ate as much as we could, like to the point of almost discomfort. And then when they came around, they were like, "Oh, was everything okay? Like, do you want us to send it back?" I'm like, "Are you fucking crazy? Just ate like a pound of vegetable. This is not like a dish. It was just like a pound of assorted vegetable matter.
Yeah.
You gotta make that smaller."
You gotta get like if you want something vegetarian at Italian places, pretty much look for anything with eggplant in it, because Italians treat eggplant as if like, oh yeah, if you don't want meat, then have eggplant instead. It's good.
We'll also bread it and fry it,
Right, yeah.
which
Actually,
I like.
So there's an Italian restaurant near me that like I've ordered from so much that I hate it.
Can I ask you a question about it before you tell me anything else?
Yeah.
Is it named 2 words, one being the type of food they're known for, and the second being the shape of the building that serves it?
No.
Also, did they
unfortunately.
do fried Oreos?
They don't do fried Oreos, although I'd like it way more if they did. No, it's named after just an Italian man's name, as is tradition with Italian
Pepe
restaurants.
Sylvia.
Yeah, Pepe Sylvia. Yeah, that's the one.
Got
But anyway,
pastas
like
and Pepe.
if you wanted to get like if you were a vegetarian and you came into that restaurant, your options would be like fried zucchini sticks,
okay.
mozzarella sticks,
Also good.
or like fried stuffed peppers or something. No, you wouldn't even get the
Yeah,
stuffed
they got, like,
peppers.
ground
It's a bunch
beef
of
in
ground
there or
beef.
something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. You get fried zucchini sticks. In order
The
for
fried zucchini is delicious.
It is not from this place, but it is in general good.
It's zucchini tempura.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, I guess
Italian
at least
style.
like they're trying, you know?
Zucchini ablondata.
At least they got like some option.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I felt when I got this appetizer. I was like, you know, I understand you're gonna have vegetarians come into the restaurant and be like, hey, try the vegetarian appetizer, but like, if you got the choice,
Yeah.
I would not recommend it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if you want a vegetarian option at Italian restaurants, just get the spaghetti and marinara sauce. There you go. You're good.
But a bolognese has there's
Well,
meat
a
in it,
bolognese has ground beef, yeah. But like, if you just get the marinara is not supposed to have any meat in it. I mean, of course, the pasta is made with eggs, so it's not vegan. But
Can
You
you
know.
get egg-free pasta?
well, that would just be a noodle at that point. That's-
Oh yeah.
yeah. Egg-free
Italian
pasta
one.
is noodles. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's funny how that works.
Mm-hmm.
It's like noodle alchemy.
Yeah, basically.
Who has DNF emote? Witwigs,
I don't know.
of course.
Got some great emotes, man.
Where's it? Isn't there like a, oh, there we go. HSWP. Fuck. Well played. That's my only dining related anecdote.
You
know
do
what?
I have any dining related?
Dude, I did it. Kate and I went out to eat last night.
Okay.
And it was at like a pub, and there was one group of people there that were clearly, it was like a political group that was meeting, because they were talking
Yeah.
really, really loudly about like how stupid everyone was that voted for the people that are in power now.
Of
And
course,
then
yeah.
there was another table next to them, and at like 30 minutes after they had been talking, one dude went up to their table and like pointed his finger like in their face and was like, I was trying to listen to it, but he was
roundhouse
like,
kick him in the face.
well, he was basically like, I think you guys are all ignorant idiots, but like, I'm glad you're at least being part of the political process. And then there were like heated words exchanged to the point I was feeling pretty monka-esque, chat. You got your finger on the pulse of my opinion.
Is this just what the West Coast is now? Like, that's just what happens?
But check it out, dude. After that, like, he went and sat down at his table, and it kind of seemed like the other table was, like, making fun of him. Like, hey, get a load of that guy. I bet that guy voted for blah, blah. And then, like 45 seconds later, he went back to their table, and he sat down. And then everybody from his table came and sat down at their table, and they had what appeared to be a very civil discussion, and they were, like, laughing it up, and then they left together, and were like, hey, like, have a good week.
I was completely expecting it to end like the GDQ run, where the Tomba guy has the guy sit on the couch, and he's like, I would just prefer if you'd be quiet.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that sounds like a pretty wholesome story.
It was
actually, all things
nice.
Considered, yeah, that seems pretty nice. Is that what the West Coast is now?
No, like most people just agree here,
Yeah, that's fair.
which makes it a lot easier.
So I've got a dining-related story. It's not really dining is not the word that I would use to describe what you do to this thing, but so
Pivot.
What?
Oh, you're right. It is 4:05. Yeah.
Oh.
Let's pivot, and Robert, you can tell your story in the ad break.
All right, I will. Get fucked, non-Twitch Prime users. Yeah. So, well, the story is basically we went to 7-Eleven, and 7-Eleven has those taquitos that I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. The ones that are like cooking all day, and they're like basically, yeah. I inexplicably love those, so I got like a bunch of those. And Jess got one of those. I don't know if you've seen these yet, but in 7-Eleven, they have this new hot dog that is like cherry red, straight up. Like it is just
my Lord.
completely red. That's very strange. It's also incredibly spicy, to be honest with you. Anyway, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, we were shitting our brains out the next day.
Ah, that's not a surprise.
Yeah. We're all okay. All white? Okay.
All white?
You're building a white deck?
Yeah, only No, we're
Actually, I had somebody
market.
that I was friends with from my work days at GameStop, and he was a Magic player, and we were discussing deck strategies, and he absolutely didn't mean to say it this way, but he came up and was like, I just built this awesome white power deck, and I was like, it was an innocent mistake because he just didn't think of what he was about to say. But
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, there's your. It's in general.
Okay. Give me a second. I just need to order my Boston Market.
Austin, do you have any related dining anecdotes from? I'm just kidding.
Because he orders food.
I don't know what my dashboard's doing, but it looks like I've been running ads nonstop for like an hour.
Austin.
Oh, you have.
I don't know why it says that.
Austin?
Not sure he's been here for a while.
Austin?
I think Austin's dead, boys.
Mic broke.
Oh, no.
Mike Pence.
I have to give you
I'm Austin.
It's Bear Taffy.
I'm Austin. I'm back.
That does not sound like Austin.
This is what I sound like all the time. This is my voice.
This sounds like home movies. This is home movies.
Well.
I'm Austin.
If it isn't the guy who quit Mega Man 11 because he respects his own time.
Because he respects women.
You respect women, Bear?
I sure do.
What's that about?
Is that not a common thread around here?
What's that about?
I don't know, man.
I mean, we are on Twitch. I've given you the link as well.
Yeah, I'm going to take your link and I'm going to shove it up my ass.
Oh, it's back.
Hey, it's Austin.
Yeah, I told you that's what he sounds like.
My
Austin.
my USB thing just broke.
That's not good.
I respect everybody
That's good.
Like, you know, when people say like respect is earned, I think that's a very bad sentiment.
Greatness is earned.
Yes,
That's
I agree.
true. Yeah, I give respect to everybody, but you lose
Until they
it.
lose it.
There's one way to lose it. Don't use your signal light. If you don't signal, if you don't signal when you drive, irredeemable. Don't register to vote.
No, you know how you lose it for me is if you're walking down a busy street and there are like 100 people behind you, and then you just suddenly stop to look at something in the window.
That's another.
Then I
one.
want to punch you in the throat. Yeah, that's what happens then.
Or if you're walking like 4 abreast on a sidewalk that can fit 4 people.
Oh, Jesus.
They strong arm you off the sidewalk because you're walking toward them.
Fucking hate those people.
So at my first desk office job out of college, I was on a work trip, and I was getting out of the elevator with the CEO of the company.
Oh,
and
oh boy!
I was in front of him in the elevator. So when the elevator stopped, I got out of the elevator, and I got out ahead of him, which that's a big no-no. That you don't get out in front of the CEO. Exactly, that's a power play, right? So I got a stern talking to.
Whoa, really?
Really?
Yeah. I'm not kidding either. It was like, you fucked up. You better not do something like that again.
That guy.
No, and like I immediately got like a complete like revelation of how this company worked, because I realized, oh, that's how they act. Yeah. Like that's what's important to them, is this level of respect and making sure that, you know, you kiss the feet, I guess. But
you know what you got to do is you got to be like, wow, I'm really sorry. Can I do something can I get you a coffee or something? And you go, and he says, yes, of course you can. You subhuman swine,
you little bitch.
And you get him the coffee, and then you pee in the coffee, and then you walk out after he drinks it.
Oh, it's your choice of fluid.
I have an OBS related question.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this has been happening a lot lately to many of us, but like OBS shows in the preview window the screen, but then doesn't actually show the screen. Sorry, let me rephrase. I'm in studio mode, and when I click on like the window to make the screen region, it's like, yeah, I see everything. I see you drawing this weird nun here. That's not a nun. That is a car seat.
Why was there blood involved?
No, it's like there's a little red part in the buckle to show you where it is.
But then it doesn't show up in the preview. It doesn't show up on the screen. Like, it only shows up when I'm choosing what. Otherwise, it's blackness.
I never found a real solution other than to restart OBS, which I know doesn't help you any.
Yeah.
Okay.
To
add another
here's one possibility. You could do the little toggle of the anti-cheat compatibility hook thing.
It doesn't work
hurt,
unless it's
not going to fix it.
It has to be an active window for a game, I think.
What is the so you're capturing a display, right?
I'm capturing a display.
Okay, so can you right-click that, and is there an activate or deactivate button the same way that the video capture has that?
He means show hide
show it like the eyeball?
No, not that. Like, if I right-click video capture device and go to properties, and then there is like just underneath the device drop-down, there's an activate and deactivate button.
No, all it has is capture cursor or not capture. But you know what? I think I got it.
What'd you do?
I just added another screen region.
This
one was like, hey, I got you. Look at that.
Just put some duct tape on it.
Oh, yeah. Actually, dude, sometimes window capture gets funky with me, too, where I just have to remove it and make a new one entirely.
Yeah.
I'm going to, like, look into this because it's happening to so many people. I got to see if there's, like, a thread somewhere.
Seems a little weird.
And
maybe
studio,
right?
Send a...
Yeah.
Maybe there's, like, a spot I can put a bug report forward or something.
Well, time to go back to XSplit. That was a joke.
It's really only with display capture, right? It's never happened with anything else.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Ooh, this looks good.
I said it out loud.
Wow.
You did say that.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
What else is it?
In my head, I was like, Bear's really silly. This looks nothing like Pac-Man.
Yeah, that would have been real cursed. You guys missed out.
Dude, so I wanted to bring this up particularly to Nick, but I made that very controversial tweet that was like, no good video games were made before 1988. The first good video game was Super Mario Brothers 3. And I've been told there are counterexamples. Like Tetris is a really good counterexample.
Yeah, it is.
But apart from that, I would love to hear your thoughts because I played all those games.
Super Mario Bros.
So
It's-
no, he said the first good game is Super Mario Bros. 3,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
What year again?
88.
88.
Then I will say Mega Man, which came out in 87.
Correct, but
Mhm.
I will give it to you. Mega Man is good.
I actually think Mega Man 1 is even actually okay.
Counterpoint. Mega
Yeah.
Man is bad.
That is just
No, that's incorrect.
I'm
It might be like 11.
I'm just joking. I don't
Okay.
even stand behind that.
We have been watching you tilt in our off time on Mega Man, actually lurking in your channel. Oh, it's-
I am having the toughest time with it because I'm so conflicted in my mind in whether or not I want to recommend it to people because it is good, but it also sucks and I hate it.
Dude, no,
Have
it's
you-
all right. Yellow
I don't
Devil
like the
Fight
art.
sucks.
Yeah.
What?
The art style doesn't look very good, but
I
I kind of
agree.
just come to accept that about all of these games now. The 2.5D is not cool.
But I will tell you straight up, I think Mega Man 11 is very good.
Yeah, I
But
haven't
it
played it, but I've
sucks,
seen it
dude.
being played quite a bit, and the art style has grown on me, to be honest with you. Even though I was against it initially.
So I might just be stupid, admittedly.
Yeah.
But the only thing at this point I've gotten used to the art style. The only thing I don't like is sometimes they'll put something in the foreground that you can actually dodge through if you slide, and it annoys the shit
Yeah,
out of me.
Because
yeah,
that's
like
a different
lame,
parallax
yeah.
layer. You can't have that interactive.
And I'm like,
with-
yeah, in a 2D side-scrolling game, like if it's in the foreground, it hits you. That's the way that my brain interprets those objects. So when like Blockman is just like, hey, I made the whole ground a hitbox, and I'm like, I don't know
Yeah.
what to do. And then Chad's like, you just slide through his legs. I'm like, what do you mean
Yeah, that's
through?
it's pretty dumb.
There was no
Like playing
through
Donkey
in
Kong
1989.
That
They
is one
didn't
of those
have
things
the
where
technology.
I think if you're younger, you just don't have that framework to kind of see that wrong through.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Donkey Kong Country had some like pretty fucky platforms.
I didn't like
Pretty
Donkey
fucky
Kong
ones.
Country.
They
But
were
it had
they
some
were fucky.
Dope music.
It really did.
You know what actually triggered the tweet where I said like all games from before 1988 suck is because I was playing Donkey Kong, the original, on the NES, and it's actually so it goes do 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 do
Yeah.
do 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 boo 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 boo, and then the rest of your fucking life is just.
Yep, that's right.
For
That's so
hours. Hours of garbage. Just
Well,
Kate
see,
wasn't
the
even
thing
watching,
is-
and she was like, "That is annoying." And I'm like, "I know. I don't know what to tell you about it, landlord."
What?
Oh, yeah,
That's-
I was gonna write in the
Lord
bubble.
of the
I am
Land,
the
yeah.
landlord.
He's
Yeah.
the lord of the land.
Mm-hmm.
That is
So the
very
thing
good.
is, like, you know how people make fun of like programmer art?
Yeah.
That's basically that era. It's just all programmer art. It's all just like an engineer trying
Well,
to
they
make
had
art.
like 16 colors to choose from.
Yeah.
that too, right? Yeah.
More
And some
so
of them weren't
Atari.
even real colors. They were like grays that only a computer can make.
Mm.
Are there grays only a computer can make?
I don't know. I was just pulling that stuff
Yeah.
out of my ass. I don't know art stuff.
One fix for display capture may be to use force scaling option and set the resolution manually as it sets itself to 0x by 0. So it might actually be displaying it as a invisible point
So I
of
believe
0, 0.
I believe that that's the case because one of my screens that is defunct and doesn't work says 00. The other one says 1920, -7.
Oh, that totally
that's a good
sounds right
resolution.
then.
Yeah.
So I don't know if -7 is its layer or if it's like a negative, like an inverted size or something like. I actually have no idea, but
Well, layer would be on Z, I would think.
it doesn't have a Z level for me. It just.
Well, I know
has-
it would be like XYZ, so
Well,
it'd
I
be
guess.
a third.
Yeah, I guess the layer
coordinate.
is just where it is in your source hierarchy, but
Yeah,
or your sources hierarchy.
that's actually a solid tip. Thank you, Rumble. I'll have
Yeah,
to
thank you.
see if that holds up. I did not
An
think
interesting
about that.
dynamic to the show today. It's like, well, y'all started off like trying to fill some weird bad takes quota that I didn't
What are you
realize.
talking
we
about?
had all
You don't think you
had
should
for us this
fill
week.
children's early lives with violence and gore so that they get desensitized
But
to
like you got from that all the
You made
way
the
into
argument
like
yourself.
the in-depth magic conversation, and now we're going like meta about streaming itself. I don't know where we go from here.
I still think we shouldn't tell people to vote unless they agree with us.
Well, that was like the least bad of your takes in that entire period.
Oh my god.
This is a good room or a good.
I mean, I love it
drawing,
so
rather,
far.
yeah.
Is it a praying mantis?
It's got a lot of hair. Whatever it is.
Dude, that's brilliant.
Is this that drawing where, like, if you look at it one way, it's a young woman, and then if you look at it the other way, it's an old woman?
I guess depending on your perspective, this character is either a young or an old woman. I think Rob has an
Anti-Semitic
interesting
butthead?
perspective on it.
Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, it's a tooth demon.
You guys like those movies that reimagine childhood fairy tales in an edgy way?
No.
Like
Not
the
really.
new upcoming Hansel and Gretel, or
I like Leprechaun because that one's hilarious, but I don't like
Leprechaun's
any of the
funny.
other ones.
So in general, I don't like those. However, there is one cartoon that I remember from childhood that played during Christmas where they re-envisioned Santa Claus as this axe-wielding jacked badass that like killed like Christmas demons, and it was fucking awesome.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was sweet, but it was probably terrible. Looking back.
Do you think that like, excuse me,
Please.
Like I was gonna ask when you think you should tell a kid Santa Claus isn't real or is real, depending on how you feel about it.
And how old you
But-
are in chat right now.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But like, kids can just Google it,
Yeah,
right?
I don't
Oh my
Like,
god, you're right.
dude.
like
I don't
they
know.
know how.
Look, granted, I'm not a parent, so maybe this is a completely ignorant thing to say, but I just don't see the value in just lying to a child at all, really, in most scenarios.
So they don't ask for gifts at all times.
Well, okay.
Because if mommy and daddy can buy gifts in Christmas, mommy and daddy can buy gifts anytime. But Santa only comes around during Christmas.
The typical explanation is that it gives kids like a sense of wonder about the world, and you
See-
want to keep that innocence in them.
Yeah,
for
no,
as
and
long as
like
possible.
I perfectly
Oh, it's disco
agree
Hitler.
with and understand that, but like at the same time, I'm just like trying to cope with the fact that now we don't have a choice in the matter of whether or not they're exposed to it. They'll find it because if you just Google Santa, it's right there.
Here's the thing. My personal
Mine, man.
experience, my personal experience
Oh.
with
Is this-
Santa Claus was that like when I found out that Santa's not real, it's like my mother lied to me all those years. Wait a
Yeah.
second. She's not supposed to be doing that. And it was like that first step of, you know, when you hit puberty and you're like, parents aren't perfect god creatures?
I thought that was Garnet from Steven Universe.
Is that fucking
Oh, it's
God
very
damn
obvious
it.
what this is. Yeah, no, that's
Jesus Christ.
So I didn't draw Superman, I
Where
drew
you're drawing.
Bizarro, but it was still really bad.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I like that he was squirting blood out of his shoulder.
his
That was
cape.
pretty cool. Oh, okay.
Like
A
you
lot
guys
of
know,
blood unintentional.
you guys know that Bizarro is basically like Superman, but with a brain injury. It's from that
Yeah,
era.
sorta.
It's from that era of superheroes where they're like, what if he had like a mirror image but different? And Bizarro is just stupid Superman. They really did. It would have been
Superman.
way better. They just call him Stupid Man.
Yeah, stupid man. That'd be pretty good. But stupid's a bad word.
Whoa.
I mean,
That's a monitor.
Well, yeah.
nothing makes me smile more than Ryan just being completely aghast that I made a guess, and then 3 seconds later.
You know what I did watch last night as well, because it was on TV after The Cell? It was the 1989 Michael Keaton, Kim Basinger Batman movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. That was too many words. Unnecessary amount of words.
Tim Burton
89.
The Tim Burton
That's Returns.
No, it's the first one.
Was it?
I think
Oh, just
Returns.
Batman.
Yeah, Returns is like 91 or something.
Oh,
I
I,
did-
thought it was 89.
I
Okay.
think that movie fucking sucks. And it pains me to say that because as a child, I loved it to an unbelievable degree. It was probably my favorite movie. Having watched it with modern eyes, I think it might be horrible.
So as a big Batman fan, it's kind of sacrilege to say that the Tim Burton Batman movie sucks.
Mm.
But I kind of I kind of agree with you, kind of straight up. Dude, like there are parts in that movie where it just doesn't make sense. Like when they're doing the dance club fighting and he's just throwing people off the building to their deaths or like down the sewer and the sewer explodes and like all that weird like what the hell is happening in that movie? It gets so confusing. Yeah.
It's like in GoldenEye when you shoot a chair too many times and it just literally detonates like TNT.
Yeah. And then I also have a Batman nerd reason why I don't like it, which is
what's that?
they turned the Joker into Joe Chill.
What is Joe Chill?
Joe Chill is the guy that killed Batman's parents.
Oh. Yeah, because he's kind of like a mobster turned into the Joker.
Right.
In the 1989 version.
So back then they had no precedent, so they're like, we could just like reimagine this, right?
You just do whatever the fuck you want. Well, I mean, Tim Burton famously said, "No, I've never read a Batman comic, and I never will." So, you know,
I will say the aesthetic of the movie is really cool. Like, it makes. I know it's like it's Gotham and not New York, but it makes New York look like an absolute shithole.
Yeah.
Like everything is gray and sewer grates that have steam coming out of them, and that's like the whole. That's the whole movie.
Yeah,
I mean, I was pretty surprised how dirty New York is the first time I went. A lot of it is like rusted pipes and just like something's dripping.
Everything's dirty in this city. Yeah.
Or like the scene where Joker goes into the museum and he plays the Prince song on the tape deck, and they're all weirdly dancing around and throwing paint on the paintings.
That part's really weird.
It's very strange in the modern day.
The one thing that I will say is that I think Jack Nicholson did play a very, very good Joker in general, though, in the movie. Like, I liked him as the Joker, but I'm not a big,
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, you know.
Oh. Austin.
Oh, sorry. What?
Please keep posting the yelling cowboy emote. I would like to keep typing into chat.
Is there a yelling cowboy emote?
Yeah, somebody, I mean, it's like intellectual property. Doesn't even matter. In today's there it is right there.
Oh, someone who has
that's pretty good, yeah. Dude, speaking of emotes, I did see while I was watching NFL football on twitch.tv. By the way, watching football with Twitch chat is fucking amazing.
I believe it.
Yeah, but anyway, so a bunch of people were spamming Tom Brady kissing his son. There are emotes of Tom Brady's son. Emotes of Tom Brady. It's so good. Oh man, I hope someone has it because it's just brilliant.
I was just like, after we recorded the football podcast yesterday, it was just occurring to me after that, like, holy shit, we can watch NFL football on Twitch and re-stream it, right? Like legally re-stream and watch it. No, we can't. Okay, we can't re-stream, but we can watch it.
Gold Glove can. There it is. There's Tom Brady kissing his son.
Okay, so it just got to be Gold Glove.
Yeah, you got to be Gold Glove. Gold Glove is the only one that gets to do that. Yeah, it's Wubby father and Wubby son.
Wubby.
I mean, in order for him to be so good at football, he has to suck the youth from his own children.
Right, of course, yeah.
It's a tuba.
Just jealous.
It's a tuba. It's not a tuba. I gotta rewatch Kindergarten Cop because I remember it being good when I was younger, but like thinking back, it might be really bad.
Could be bad, yeah.
Wow, those are actually animated pictures of Tom Brady and Tom Brady's son.
Yep. Yeah,
it got deleted by Moobot's auto spam filter.
Moobot's a Patriot.
Oh, and that's a yelling cowboy firing his coconut gun.
Wait, I gotta see that. Oh, I like that a lot.
That's real good. Yeah. So bad house and good house.
Pattern.
Sorry, I missed. You know how like when you're writing out happy birthday and you think you have enough space to write out happy birthday, you really underestimate your situation here. But
you guys ever have to sign a birthday card for somebody in your office?
No.
Really?
You do know what we all do, right?
I know, but like there was never a point in your professional life where they were like, "Hey, it's Susan's birthday. Everyone sign the card," and then you're like
Yeah,
you
I've
don't-
had to do that.
You're not really gonna like work there forever, so you're just going like, "Hey, Susan, happy birthday, Ryan."
See, actually, that is one of the main reasons that I.
So it was red arrows.
That
and
was
green arrows. Those were
fast. That was the drawing.
I don't get it.
Fast.
Corner
Anyway,
of that?
That's going up for sale on my website later.
so the reason that I don't tell people when my birthday is like I have anxiety about like people thinking that they feel like obligated to do something about my birthday, like even saying happy birthday.
Cyber Week.
You do, yeah. Cyber weed.
I thought it was frozen broccoli.
Dude, I'm gonna be very public about my birthday because it's on a stream day this year.
There's actually, you have to use now the tag for birthday stream.
Dude,
it's
I
your
only have
birthday.
one tag on my stream and it's English.
No, well, you got to add them every time you stream. You
I
gotta
guess
put 'em on
I
there.
gotta add some more.
Just don't forget on your birthday, you got to add the tag because otherwise they're not going to know.
Have you
the
looked
tags?
through the tags? They're
Yeah,
so
there's-
bad.
There's like
Wrenches.
none of them, and they're all terrible.
Wrenches.
Well, there's
leads.
50 for Dota. Like if you're doing like a primarily mid run, you put mid in there.
Yeah, I saw there was like a little controversy because it's like there's 100 MOBA streams, or MOBA tags, but no tag for indie games.
No tag for indie games, no tag for reviewing, impressions. Like actually
good.
anything I do has no tag.
On the bright side, wrenches, don't take this the wrong way. Nobody's gonna use the tags anymore.
But
No, if you
Also-
could just tag your own streams, it'd be fine.
Yeah, I would like that actually.
No, what's the percentage of people that are going to Twitch and they're like,
they show up on the browse categories so people
Yeah.
can see them there.
you'll be like,
Well, the point of a tag system, right, is to help people find more specific content that they want to look for.
yeah.
But if you can't tag your stream specifically, how is anyone gonna find specific content?
I just don't
Wait,
think that
you don't
that's
want to
how
watch
people are gonna.
500 streams of first playthrough?
I just don't think that's how people are gonna, in general, find content on Twitch.
But that's regardless. That's like the point of a tag system.
I agree
People
with
find
that,
content
yeah.
on Twitch.
I think they
I don't know.
either they go to one of the 10 streams they follow and one of them is live because you have to be in order to do this for a living. Like, just statistically, like I follow like 40 channels and like 9 of them are live at all times.
Yeah.
And then the other way is they just search for a game and then watch somebody from that.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to knock them for trying it because I like it in theory because natural discovery has always been an issue on all of these platforms, YouTube,
Oh,
Twitch,
yeah,
all
that
that
is-
shit. So, like, them trying to help natural discovery is a good thing. Maybe this isn't the solution, but I honestly don't know what the proper solution would be for that.
A
The
tag
other thing
honest.
is
system.
you can't be
where
all that
can-
mad because they even said in
where you
the
can-
email, they're like, well, we have a thread here for you to make suggestions for tags, and also you can contact your, your partner person. So, but then of course we all just go on Twitter and be like, Twitch, why are you so bad? And I do this myself, so
But like, people are like, you can't have your own tag system because they'll abuse it, right? And they'll put in bad things in the tag.
yeah. But I said the same thing about why can't you just name your own game outside of the database? If you're a partner, they can revoke your partnership if you break whatever.
Right.
the
Right.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm just like,
Yeah.
people could name their streams bad things. And you
Right,
just
exactly,
ban them
yeah.
if they do that.
I'm of
It's
the
just most of the
opinion-
things I stream are games and demos. Why can't I just write the actual title? You make a fake entry in the database while I stream it. It can have discoverability, and then it goes away.
I'm of the opinion that the longer they take to solve
Oh.
any problem with discoverability, the better it is for me because I've been discovered.
Right.
So I'm like, dude, if anything, I think big streamers should get more exposure.
Yeah, I saw a Ninja commercial while watching
Dude,
football.
no,
the
for
other
real?
day.
You guys commercials?
That's pretty
It-
cool.
It's not. It wasn't a commercial for his stream, but like it was like, and then you buy a fancy car and you get a hot girlfriend, and Ninja invites you onto his stream, and then it's just like, oh,
that would be cool.
Ninja doesn't invite women on his stream.
Wow. First off, TOS. Secondly, you know what I was thinking about though?
Did you just get us all banned for laming Austin?
This is a little too dark for this show, even by our own standards. But like, it's cyberweed again. I was thinking,
normal.
there's probably kids out there that are in like 8th grade or 9th grade that are gonna have like a dream. They're like, oh, I wish I could live like one day in the life of a streamer. Like, I wish I could just know what that's like. And I
The
just
day I
picture...
don't stream and lose 400,000 subs.
Well, I was just thinking like the day that like, or like even like yesterday where I was like, y'all stream, and then I'm like, I hate chat. Everyone's calling me an idiot, and then like just get like everyone in chat is like, hey, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, hey, you're a fucking moron, and I like picturing like these kids on like Take Your Kid to Work Day or something like that. Or, as you write one tweet that's like, hey, I'm taking a day off for mental health. I don't feel right, and I want to live like a streamer. I want to experience what life is like as a
little baby wants to day off and he's pushing down. I have to go 25 miles with heavy boxes and just stack them in UPS trucks.
Well, that is probably pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, it would be.
I would believe it. Yeah.
Fireworks.
So it'll be like, okay, this is after the stream. This is the 30 minutes where I just kind of like do nothing and my faith in humanity comes back because I'm no longer subject to anonymous feedback in my beck and call. And then like I'll eat like a snack and then I'll get back in the cave and record like 4 more videos. And then I watch Forensic Files and I go to bed.
Yeah. It's a surprisingly mundane life, really. Surprising is the most important word in that.
The cave has become darker with each visit.
It's become DACA?
DACA. Boom shakalaka. Here we come, the chief rocker. Rock it down. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think like here's the thing. I think in the future it's not that kids are gonna be like, man, I wish I could be a streamer for just a day. I think in the future every kid is going to be a streamer
for one day.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, no, because like, dude, because I browse Reddit.com a lot.
What's that?
Yeah, it's a good time. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff on like choosing beggars and stuff where it's people being like, hi, I have 2,000 followers on Instagram. You want to give me a free bottle of Bacardi and a private room so I can post about you? And so like I feel like that's gonna be more common in the future.
Does this help?
This is horrifying.
This is it's a horse, Rob.
Yeah, I like the horse camel. It's kinda quaint.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know what that is at the top left though. What's that at the top left?
That's the Union Jack.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy!
It looks like the Blair Witch things they hung in the tree.
Dude, you could slice open that horse's hump and drink all the milk right out of that.
It's horse water, actually?
That's true.
The horse has a hump. It's probably a tumor.
You can milk a dragon. You can water a horse.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the funny thing about that choosing beggar stuff to me is like, I have 100% reached a point where all I want when I leave the house is to be anonymous, and luckily, like
'Pile of brown.
99.9% of the time, that's how I get to live my life. But like, there have been times where, like, it was like 2 or 3 years ago, Kate and I were at a restaurant, and when the food came out, the server was like, hey, just so you know, I'm like a big fan. I like your content. And I was,
oh, that's cool.
I was like, that's really cool. And then as soon as he was gone, I was like, we have to leave. This is the power dynamic in this establishment is now very strange, and it doesn't feel right.
I want to tell you a very similar story that I think you're going to completely empathize with, because I think I had like the perfect fan interaction, because it was like a PAX a few years ago, and we were meeting. It was me, Tiger Redder, and Renee were all meeting for sushi somewhere, and they got a lift to the place we were going to eat sushi at. and they told me that their Lyft driver was a fan of my stuff. So I came out to him and I was like, oh, hey, cool, man. Nice to meet you. Thanks for watching my videos and stuff. And then he had to leave and I got to stay where I was. And it was like, that's perfect.
That is
he
nice,
just
yeah.
goes about his business. We're all happier.
Yeah. I never been recognized on the street. I've been recognized in video games, you know. That's pretty cool.
Maybe like a month ago, Kate and I were leaving.
Oh, this is Ocean. Sorry.
I'm forgetting the name of the place.
Yeah.
Oh, we were leaving Muji. And as we were leaving, one of the staff members was just like, hey, it's Northernlion and Kate. And I was like, that's a great fan interaction. I just said, hey, what's up? And he said, have a nice day. And then I left.
Yeah,
That was
it's awesome. I love that.
Yeah, I don't get the dread so much. I've never really had anything that
Because I have
bad.
horrible social anxiety.
Wait,
And every
it's
interaction I
why.
have with a person is terrifying.
The dread is a great word for it. Because it's not like I go out and I'm like, oh, hey, Toots, can you give me a refill on this? You know, like, I don't
Yeah,
act
say
like
Toots.
that unless I'm in a foreign country. But, like, it's the idea that, like, you know, previously for my whole life when I've been eating, it was just like, I'm just like a dude. And now it's like, I don't know, at any point, I'm always looking for, like, 18 to 20-year-old, 29-year-old dudes with glasses. And I'm like, don't do anything socially faux pas around these guys. These are my people. They could be like, I saw NL at the Cactus Club Cafe, and he was a real shithead.
You're gonna get like a Twitter video on like tweeted to you all over Kotaku and everywhere.
It's only a matter of
Everywhere
time.
and
They see you
Kotaku.
at the grocery store, and
Every
then-
time, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Once I saw,
That's
yeah,
happened
chat.
a
You may
lot.
not believe it, but I've seen Ryan once in a restaurant, and I kid you not, he ordered 2 bowls of soup, and he started spooning both bowls of soup into one and making one soup of the 2
What?
combined soups, and then he ate them.
That's gross, dude. You can't. have
Very
that.
hydrating.
I can't believe he'd order soup.
You can?
Was one of them cream based?
Wait. You guys are going to hate this one. I hope you know
Chat
you're
just
gonna
made the
hate this
same
one,
joke
but-
as me right at the same time.
System.
God, we're so predictable. We just have the same callbacks that we follow like a template now.
Yeah.
System.out.print line.
Yeah, no, you're right. I do hate you for this one. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of hate coming your way. Right here.
This
A
is
lot of
Excellent.
hatred that I'm
Big
feeling
old ball
for
of
you
hate.
right now.
Boom, right on your
Well,
way.
I'm kind of curious.
Console dot
Is the content of it important, or is it just about the format?
I'm thinking the content's important so that he can afterwards say, "Oh, you guys don't know coding."
I don't know. I might know it if it's in the right
Don't make
context,
me
but I
laugh.
don't know.
Oh my
Fair
god.
got it. Oh, I know what it is.
I certainly do not know what it is.
It's way easier than it seems.
Yeah.
The content doesn't actually matter here.
Frodo.
Just think very general.
French.
Alert this French.
Also a helpful
Oh, it's just
bit.
language, huh?
Yeah.
all right.
Can I get a Han in chat, please?
Can I get a French cowboy, please?
Also good.
Is that French cowboy?
No, that's Screaming Cowboy.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Wow, you guys really went nuts with the Han.
I do love the 3 different images of screaming cowboy, though.
Well, yeah, because he
It's
keeps
really good.
screaming louder and louder.
Yeah.
Is his tongue the same color as his skin?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
Midwest
really
will do
does
that to
look
you,
like
man.
it.
That's weird.
Tom Brady and his son kissing some
That's
person.
weird.
Oh, that's a.
I still can't get
It's not a
over
trombone.
that Screaming Cowboy because he screams and then he screams and he screams again. And then you're like, well, clearly that's the loudest he can scream, right? And then the fourth or less of the time, he just goes so much louder than the others, and it just surprises you like a lot.
Yeah.
I do want to say,
Tom
not-
Brady kissing things is amazing.
It
I'm
is
not
right.
tripping over
Right.
myself to be offended by this, okay?
Uh-huh.
Tom Brady kissing emote, not weird.
Yeah.
His son kissing, a little
Yeah,
weird.
it's a little weird.
It's
yeah.
just a
Him
kid.
kissing his son's a little weird.
Yeah, I mean, that is real
agree,
life. Yeah.
But I'm like, the Tom Brady kissing things is fine. It is a little weird to have an emote of a 10-year-old boy kissing.
Oh, that's just a dude's channel, though, right?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like a Twitch global.
No, oh my god.
They are.
Let's see how we get the NFL contract back. Let's get Tom Brady kissing his son as an emote.
Wrenches. Explain yourselves, wrenches.
Oh man.
Oh.
I didn't mean to imply. I meant to imply it was like a better Twitch TV emote or something. But no.
Yeah.
Austin, this is very ignorant. We've been eating meat for 200,000 years.
The Earth is only 6,000 years old.
We've been eating clocks shaped like Africa.
and such.
Oh, I want a freaking subreddit of that. Clocks shaped like Africa. Submit your post now.
Mate.
Oh, you always know it's a Rob drawing, man.
Because of the little sketch lines.
It's the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna get some face.
Feel out the
features
shapes as you go.
here.
Yeah.
Allows you to course correct.
Oh,
I already guessed that
I
one
know what
just
it is.
now.
It's extremely good.
No.
It's the curse of Robert. His
Hey.
drawings are so good that he doesn't get to
Oh,
finish
it's
them.
Kratos. It's a golden shower.
Cool dance shower.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm just not going to answer it until he's done. So
I appreciate.
your
That's a
time.
nice. It's a selfless sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's like Kratos at the DMV or something.
all right, I got to get in there. 1 second.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So good.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
At this point, I would just be more amazed if you had a bad drawing.
Well, I mean, the cathedral earlier was pretty bad.
I didn't
I'm
even
terrible
know it was
at-
you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. All right.
It's always him. I don't know how.
Yo, speaking of this, I got invited to the. Do you guys know the Project Stream beta that's going on with Google right now?
Oh, where you can stream AAA video games in your browser.
Yeah. and
Oh,
I got invited to the beta, and I just tried it out today. It works really well.
You stream
I'm
AAA
shocked.
games too? I streamed
Oh,
Assassin's Creed the other day. That's AAA.
Yeah. Well, I mean that is the game, but yeah.
right. Yeah.
What did
Oh,
you
that's cool.
stream?
Well, it was Assassin's Creed.
Oh, really?
Like Nixon. Yeah. The new
Origins.
Assassin's Creed is the no
The newer one, Odyssey.
Chronic.
Sorry. I was gonna say Chronicles, but yeah, Chronic would be even better.
Assassin's Creed Chronic.
Dr. Dre Origins Chronic.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway, yeah, it works.
It works well?
surprisingly well. I was
Yeah.
shocked. Like, there's no lag.
But you're in the beta, right? So like,
Yeah. So it's
Isn't the
potentially.
yeah.
it
The
might
stress
be
test
overloaded
is when
once
there's
more
like
people.
millions of people actually trying to connect to the server. Because that was like on live thing a
Homestar
couple years
Runner?
ago.
Yeah, and that's like right Assassin's Weed the Chronic. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, like that's a very valid point. It's like online is like it's what online wanted to be, and if it handles the stress test well, which if anybody's going to be able to handle it, it's Google. Then yeah,
Well,
hopefully it'll be
Assassin's Weed is pretty good for stress.
This is
Yeah.
This is just pot of greed from Yu-Gi-Oh!
I thought this is strong bad.
When I play
actually
Pot of
got it
Greed,
the
I
last
can
second,
draw 2 more cards.
Oh, overlays, please. Overlays.
Overlay.
Overlay.
Oh.
Don't show the link.
What you really want?
When's the last time you guys have been to an arcade?
A couple months
Arcade
ago,
with Rob.
like 3 months ago. Yeah.
Very long time.
I went
Which one
to-
did you go to, Rob?
What?
Rob, which one did you go to?
Oh, I went to an
Which one, Rob?
arcade in Coney Island.
Mm.
Oh,
They had they had this punching machine thing, and I punched as hard as Dennis, which was good. But then this super jack dude came in and like broke the machine, and it was like, wow, he
Oh.
could just destroy my face if he wanted to.
You
Mhm.
should have just walked up to him and been, we get it, dude.
Did you guys do
Yeah.
the standing high jump and then he just smashed his head through the roof and kept going?
No, that'd be dope though. Although, I didn't mention this at the Renaissance Fair. They had the thing where you could throw like rotten tomatoes at a person, just sitting there.
Hmm.
Nice.
It's uncommon for me. I've never seen that in real life. Actually, I've only seen that in movies. So
This is not what this looks like, but
I'm more angry that Ryan guessed this.
Oh, I know what that is.
yeah.
So like 3 weeks ago, Cade and I, or maybe a month ago, Cade and I went to a
Captain Hat.
barcade, and it was
Yeah,
sucked, and they had like 4 arcade machines,
Mhm.
and they all were bad. And then last week we went to mini golf. The mini golf place had a better arcade than the barcade.
Makes sense.
oh yeah.
They had all the they had like 8 classic cabinets.
Damn, dude. Well, the barcade near us has like a whole bunch of classic shit. Is that the same deal with your place?
No, it just has like the worst options. Like it had the barcade has like maybe 4 cabinets and a couple of pinball tables. It does have a skee ball table, which is cool. But yeah, they like advertise as a barcade, and then they have like an Atari machine, like a cabinet that has like 6 Atari games in it.
Yeah. Practice your Donkey Kong.
You know what's up.
What the?
How many different ones can you do from that era? Can you do like Space Invaders?
Nah, that's just Donkey Kong, I think.
Pac-Man?
No, it's pot of green.
Pac-Man is actually
Oh fuck!
Oh, it's Jesus.
What?
I will say though, I hope
What?
barcades take off because, like, you know, otherwise it's just like, what do you do at a bar? You just sit. I mean, you talk and you drink and you eat something. But I like
Play
that there's
pool.
like another Yeah, pool's fine as well. I like when there's like another activity that's like you get a drink and then you're like, okay,
with you, man.
let's go bowling or something, or let's go.
Oh, I'd love that.
I've been loving Dave and Buster's still.
Oh, I believe it.
I've never been to Damon Lehman.
Damien and Mustard.
Damon
Yeah,
Bro.
Damon and Lehman's. Yeah, no, I've never been there. How's that?
It's, you know, Damien and then Lizard Faces. It's all right. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Lenny Face.
The Doobie Brothers are a great band.
The only time I'm close to a Dave and Buster's or a GameWorks is at PAX, and I'm always like, well, it's got to be the worst time to do it.
Well,
It's like there's a pack like of 80,000 gamers that descend upon the city.
Well, you're
I
probably
feel like
right.
I feel like gamer nerds though would thumb their nose at a Dave and Buster's, like, ugh, normies want to play video games while also consuming alcoholic beverages. And
Dude, my Dave and Buster's has a life-size fucking damn it, I don't remember the name of it's the 2 robots that box each other, but I don't remember what it's called. Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Yeah, it has a life-size Rock'em Sock'em Robots station.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can fight with them. And it never works, but it's there. And one day I'll play it.
That'd be sick if you could give them guns.
Yeah.
Like
That
there's
would
a
be
button for
paintball.
punch and then there's a button for shoot, and then there's like in a little box so you can't get shot.
I'll eat it after.
Because like on one hand you got to use the physics to get their hand in the right spot, and then on the other hand you got to fire the gun.
Yeah.
It's not George Washington. Wait,
It's
is it?
George Washington? Yeah.
Chose kind of a prickly
It's not Ludwig Beethoven.
What's
prickly subject here.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Oh, it's a prickly
Punching people?
subject. Oh, it's the guy from Blue's Clues in his 80s.
This is looking like a
Albert Einstein in jail?
I
Whoopsie.
tried to find another paw print. And that's the second clue. And I put it in my notebook. And I have dementia now.
He's every like 3 minutes he welcomes everyone to Blue's Clues. Just keeps forgetting.
It's very sad.
Tim
Tim
Robbins.
Oh. Do you know what Morgan Freeman's?
So he's not white.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's also not any color that this game lets you draw, you know?
I mean, you know.
I wasn't going to get that.
Why did you make Morgan
He
Freeman
looked like Einstein.
Beethoven? Yeah, he was like,
Well, he has
Albert
like salt and pepper hair.
yeah, but it's not like Shaggy.
It's not a
It
judge's
wasn't
wig.
It wasn't in the picture either. It was.
It's not. Why did I type North Bay? So if you look at the keyboard, B and I are right next to N and O, so I typed Northland.
Northland?
Yeah.
Oh, North Day. I'm not.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
not
say,
okay
are
right
you
now.
all right, man? Yeah,
Nah.
like,
You've almost made it, man. Hey, man,
Yeah.
you got it.
it's nearly done. Thank God, am I
Oh,
right?
African-shaped clock.
Jesus.
No.
Ugh, hate this show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, it's.
There you go.
That's yeah, that one.
The movie stars
out.
David
It's-
Schwimmer.
Also a gun.
Danny David Schwimmer.
Yeah, I just forgot the name of it for a sec.
Oh,
Ooh.
these are all so good. How do I
Just
pick
the-
just one?
Pick
Pick the
one.
best
Just pick one.
Well, it's not 6 letters, so immediately.
Mm-hmm.
That's 4 letters.
You guys ever watch Cooks and Cons?
Are you like legit into these shows?
No, no, it's on while I'm browsing to see if there's intervention.
Got it.
I don't
No,
know.
I've never seen it though.
I only watched like 10 minutes of it, so I don't know what the concept of the show is. But I believe it's a reality show where 4 people cook, and then the judges have to determine which one of them are criminals and which ones of them are professional chefs. Is that correct?
If that's the show, that's an
terrifying.
impressive concept for a show. That takes
This
a lot
is
of outside the box
horrible.
thinking.
Are we not noticing how terrifying this drawing is?
No, I'm trying to suppress and ignore
Okay,
it.
that's a good call.
I mean, that hair is, Oh, maybe it's not. That's a neck.
It's making me ill.
It's me.
Oh, it's this. No, man.
Oh, you motherfucker.
The dad
But I have never seen you naked, so I'm just assuming. Really.
That's what I think I look like before I get into the shower. I'm not joking.
Let me just try it again here. All right.
It's a desperate cry for help.
The cons aren't criminals. They're just people who do not work as chefs, but they like to cook. Holy shit. So they're con men. I sincerely thought it was like an exploitative show where it was like they would have prisoners on and they'd try to confuse the judges.
You're either very judgmental or I haven't seen the show, but possibly racist.
Well, it's not like I looked at the show and went, "Oh, these guys are criminals." I just the name of the show was Cook or Con, so I went.
Okay. Yeah.
So I went, okay, it's 2 chefs and then 2, criminals. And I was like, man, why are the criminals going on the show? It seems very exploitative, if
So
anything.
you've got to guess which one they are based on what they cook.
Yeah, because they and you know what? Okay, in my defense, the little bit that I watched, they were cooking with like a pack of dry ramen noodles. So that might have also informed me because they were like, man, the way that he manipulates the noodles, makes me think that he's a real chef. And I'm like, yeah, because if he was a con, he would cook them differently, like jailhouse cooking.
Right. Yeah. You would use like a shank to slice up the noodles.
Did they mention commissaries where they got the noodles from?
Well, also, they did have one person just like die, and they were all wearing white and black jumpsuits.
Jesus.
That was a very odd drawing of a lobster, but I respect it anyway.
I liked it.
Claws are kind of backwards.
Yeah.
What are you
Well,
talking
one
about?
claw
It was
had.
probably about as close as I could get.
You ever see that GIF? It's a very old GIF, like from the early days of GIFs, where it's money.
Oh.
But where a crab pulls off its own arm.
Yes, I have seen
No,
that.
that's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. It's horrifying. It's not currency.
Does the dollar sign have 1 line or 2? Because
2.
I've been
It
told
can have both.
conflicting things.
It can have both. That's true. But I believe the original intention, or at least this is what they taught me in grade school, was that the 2 lines joined at the bottom at one point, forming a U and an S.
What?
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they
Even I don't know
kind
if
of
that's true.
are joined via the bottom of the S, but yeah, I see what you mean.
So it's.
I never knew that.
Again, I don't know if it's true. It's just something they taught me in elementary
I
school.
didn't. I never heard that before. That's new.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a little bit more here.
I mean, it's this, but different.
So it's not.
I didn't realize you guys hadn't figured it out by now. It's a form
Well,
of this.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream get the money. Dollar bills, y'all.
Dollar bills, y'all. Look, here, I'll give it a background. How's that?
Grew up on the crime side, the New York
just kinda
Times side.
Ran
That looks
out
like
of
the
ideas.
Supersonics logo.
It
Staying alive
does.
with no job.
Some crustaceans respond to predators by removing their own limbs and presenting them as a distraction while they run away and regenerate the limb at a later date. That's wild.
You ever see that other picture of the crab with a knife?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one for sure.
It's a
I feel like
classic
I've
one.
also seen a picture of like a crab smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, I think I've seen that too. Actually, yeah.
Some of them like to hold
crab
on to
related
things.
humor. Yeah.
Those
Oh,
coconut crabs.
I did
too,
the
they're
thing where
massive.
I reversed the check and the X.
Oh, so it's
Oh
Firebox.
my god.
Imagine the
Yes.
check is on the right and the X is on the left.
Just imagine the opposite of what this drawing is.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. That's too much confusion for me.
All right, here, I'll fix it. Let me just do this. Just...
You know, it'd be a great social experiment.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Okay.
A teacher gives X's in green pen and checks
Oh,
in red
shit.
pen.
Oh, you're right.
There, I fixed it.
Yep.
There'd be so many kids coming up to the desk being like, "But teacher."
Obama.
The teacher's like, "Oh, does this offend you? Yeah."
We haven't done that one in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't like it when I take out my asshole and just take a shit on the stage? You don't like that?
Ugh. Do you take out your ass?
I take it out.
That's
You don't
gross.
like when I pull a gun out and shoot you in the face? Does that offend you?
Is this Asia Minor?
That's Oh, I know what that is. It's
Land
not.
bridge. That's
Bering
Oh, it's yeah.
Got it before you. Who knows geography? This guy.
it's a something canal. I'm smart.
He's right.
It's the Louise.
Oh,
Canal.
I know now. I had this once.
Canal.
Louise Canal. The
I got it.
the Moez Canal.
Oh, so close, dude.
You are close.
I'm terrible at
That's
pretty
geography.
close, actually,
This,
yeah.
this game taught me this.
Maze Canal.
Maze.
Try the letter S at the start.
I got the all white. Yeah, I got the all white, dude.
The Suez
Wow,
Canal.
it is
Yep,
Zeus
yep, yep,
backwards. I never really thought about that.
Wee!
Oh fuck, it is.
Oh God, you're right. Shit, dude.
Shit, bud.
Shit, butt.
All I want to know. Never mind. I put food in my mouth.
Shit, butt.
What you eating?
The sky.
Just fed me a forkful of her Boston Market.
Oh, it arrived already.
Is that a euphemism?
yeah. She just put her asshole in my mouth right now. Yeah. Just backed up in.
Why are you guys so weird?
It's Tugbot.
Oh, it's one of these, huh?
It's DJ Khaled.
No!
Oh, it looks pretty
ruined
cool
it.
though.
I ruined it.
Yeah, it's neat.
Tugbot.
Give her a little bit.
Oh,
of
it's
that
the
Boston
economy. Oh, okay.
It's hard to make a vessel small enough to look not like a boat. Things just want to look like boats when you draw them on the ocean. I don't know what that's about.
True. Yeah.
Some kind of universal law, I guess. What is it
Law of
all
boats.
going on here?
This is what we're going to be doing to children if
Oh.
Nick's elected president. Oh, fuck it. We're doing this again.
Well, I didn't say we had to physically do anything to them. Just drop blood on them, really.
I feel like that's
We're
physically
talking about
doing
bleeding the children
Well,
again.
they're not going to have any physical scars from it. They'll just have mental scars.
just mental ones.
Right.
Want to know how I got these scars? Yeah, no, I do. Really? Like, how the fuck did that happen?
I didn't realize that was an ear for a second. I thought that one scar extended past the head, so they bolted some extra skin on for that scar to extend.
The end.
Oh,
He wins.
Overlay.
almost won.
Yeah.
We're done.
Wow, perfect timing.
One and done.
Why don't we take some time? Ooh, boop, boop. Why don't we take some boop, 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 boop. Why don't we take some time to pimp our channels?
Scottish like I wish you saw. Gonna catch a bitch, know it. Oh. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you, cause with the blood is shed.
Yeah, why does he say he's gonna kiss his cuz? What's that about? You know? Seems weird.
That's weird. Yeah.
Speaking of which, Bear Tabby, why don't we pimp our channels?
Come on, K Kona. Hey everybody. Twitch.tv/BearTaffy. I'm the best Mega Man player on planet Earth. I'm never gonna play it again though, but I'm gonna play some other games at some point. Come on by.
There you go.
Tomorrow maybe even. You want to come by tomorrow? I'll be there.
You still playing Darkest Dungeon, Bear? Are you like?
No, I'm done with that. I think for a bit, maybe a modded run at some point, but I've had my fill.
Game's too easy.
Hey, Bear.
Yep. What's up?
Beep boop. Beep boop.
Scottish like I wish you saw.
Hell yeah, brother. Cheers from Iraq.
How about you, Austin?
Twitch.tv/Still playing Terraria if you want to watch that. We're in the late stages of what?
I just was thinking of something funny unrelated to what you were saying.
It's such a bad friend.
Yeah. Doesn't support his friend's interests. So.
Hey, usually gets the host before the show.
Oh no! He made me feel like a bad person for actually being rude about it.
Subscribe.
Yeah, all right. That's a good point. Yeah, he's right.
How about you, Robert?
Yeah, hi, I'm Rob, also known as Alpaca Patrol. You can find me at Alpaca Patrol everywhere, Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube. Also, discord.gg/Alpaca Patrol. We do movie night every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got a pop filter, so now I can say plosives without popping in your ear, which is fun.
So good. It sounds so good.
Can you
Thank
link
you,
me
thank you.
that mixer in Discord so I
Absolutely. Yes, I can. But yeah, no. So movie night every Saturday. So come by this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, new edition of the football podcast. 3 guys and a bear talk about football is the name.
I'm back.
Yeah, Bear's in this one too. And you could find that on Krendor's Twitter and also my Twitter because I'm going to retweet it. Also, I did a little Stellaris today. Probably going to do some more Stellaris in the future. Probably going to do the Assassin's Creed bounty tomorrow. We played as the Geico Gecko people, and they're enslaving the galaxy and bringing them car insurance. So it's a good time.
You guys remember that era of YouTube where, like, if you wanted to get big, you would just have a celebrity impression, and then you would do a Let's Play as, like, Christopher Walken.
Yeah. Stewie from Family Guy plays Call of Duty.
I have something about the gimmick of bringing everybody car insurance through the galaxy as the Geico Geckos made me think about that.
Well, the primary way that they're going to be doing that is by enslaving people. Though,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know. So
Excuse me, they're valued customers?
that's true. Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's what.
Just
they're
like
called,
all you
the
guys,
slaves.
Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Nicholas, how about you?
So I finally made it. I got an email. I'm in with Discovery Channel.
Ooh, Alaskan Road Simulator.
Alaskan Truck Simulator. Let's go.
You're getting Alaskan crabs for
They're
free.
sending me Alaskan Truck Simulator, and I'm gonna play it, and it's gonna be so cool.
Oh shit, dude.
Dynamic weather system,
Yes.
vast interactive environment,
Yes.
living ecosystem, distinct
Yes.
economy, survival system, fractions, and respect.
Keep going. I'm almost there.
Taking
I don't
illegal
know it.
stimulants to stay awake
Fraction
and get
and
around
respect
labor
means.
laws.
Oh
Useful
yeah.
knowledge
There
to
it is.
gain
Yeah.
and mysteries to discover.
Planning for your inevitable career change when self-driving cars become widespread.
It actually looked kind of beautiful. I am going to play the shit out of Alaskan Truck Simulator. I hope I get to drive over the ice road. Oh my god, I might get to go on the Coca-Cola.
That's not in Alaska.
Coca-Cola?
I know it's not in Alaska, but maybe you get to go to Canada a little bit because it's near.
Dude, that wouldn't be an Alaskan Truck Simulator.
Just
Let's
call him
be
a doob.
I was just hoping.
Doob. Come on,
I was just
dude.
hoping. Anyway, that's good news. Thank you, Discovery Channel. I'm excited about that. You can follow me here, twitch.tv/RockleySmile, or on Twitter for updates. Tomorrow is another NLSS, so you can watch that. And Friday is European-friendly game time.
What are you
So
gonna play?
that's-
Soccer?
Nah, probably GoldenEye or something.
Yeah, Europeans like soccer. What idiots.
What are you gonna play? Eating a cheese that's not cheddar or mozzarella?
Cave cheese?
What are you gonna play? Having a flag that's the same as every other flag except it's got different colors in it.
I think in this very divisive time, we should be trying to unite, not divide, Ryan.
What are you gonna do? Legislate gun laws sensibly? Idiots. Jesus.
Hang on, real quick. I want to see if this is just standalone as funny as I think it is. Top Trending sent me a script called 10 Highest Paid Soccer Players. And the first sentence is, soccer truly is the world's game.
It's like whenever you watch like a show and it introduces a city or a state, they always say like the state motto. Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. Or is it when hard drugs run through town? It's like it's just a meaningless sentence.
Happening.
Yeah, the Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines Missouri as the show me state. We're going to show you a lot of terrible car accidents on on the state highway system.
Yeah.
Can you do one for every state? Because I quite like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Nebraska, that's right, it exists.
That's just
forget
their
it.
actual
That's the
state
end.
motto, yeah.
You could do a video for everyone where all you do is the pitch, and then you fuck off, and that's that.
Pure Michigan. Nothing pure here except for the black tar heroin going down the nation's back alleys and dilapidated districts. This is all Drugs Inc., honestly.
Yeah.
This is every single one.
Oh,
yeah, Virginia's for lovers. Lovers of cocaine. You just...
I think it's heroin over there, actually.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me.
This is basically patently
What that
stupid,
means.
more or less.
You're telling
For
me.
states.
Hatton? General?
Patent.
Luxembourg. They speak 3 languages, but one language everybody speaks? Crystal meth. Anyway.
You got one for Florida. I'm sure that's a toss-up, but
Florida.
Can't do that one right now, though. You know, bad time.
Florida.
Yeah, that's probably.
It's
I was
a-
gonna say
It's a
Florida
tornado of
Sunshine
illicit drug
State.
use.
Florida.
anyway.
Yeah.
Isn't there what's up with the University of Miami being in Ohio?
Hurricanes.
What's up with that? University of Miami, Ohio.
Isn't there a Miami?
Oh, that'll keep them busy. All right, thanks to them for being here, and also thanks to you for watching. I really wanted to know the answer, but I've also got to finish my stream so that my wife can stream. Hey, Kate, what are you going to stream? Yo, Kate's playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Top tier. Are you going to play Sealed? Top tier Sealed gameplay. You get 6 packs, you make a deck, you go 7-0, you get 3 more packs. That's 9 packs for the price of merely a handful of invaluable gems at twitch.tv/lovelymomo. I apologize for that. Not really. It's just a biological function. Sorry. Does this offend you? Yeah, etc., etc. Thank you. Asian Dissuasion, Suspect, Clane 2, Kazenhob, Tinishao, Tinashu, Zemelion, Bad Crab Live, Synog, Aethys, Neo MV, Omega 575, Savage 90, Phoebosh, Squiver, Lord Beavington, Eternal Daku, Low Power, Janemba Freak, Realism, Blank DJW, Neurotic Vows, Zoin Binary, Nugak, Hipster Robot, Lexington Badger, Bonnie Tyler, Total Eclipse of the Fart, T-Cap, and Normac gifted a sub to everyone in China. Thank you for that. That's like, 1.3 billion subs or something like that. Dots42, Synaxis Gaming, Takuya 2, Brunoa, Thanatos Ral, Synaxis Gaming again, Eleversaurus, Dr. Zwick, Ratface Goblin, Escape Ethan, Northern Lion's Hair gifted a sub to Nipple Lady, Matrix Paki, Weigel Glass, Goldfish Vendor, Timmy Futzel Chen, Tweedledee-Dum, Scotia, Arguing Ocean, Paraxis, Noirlonly AFK, Franker Z versus Kipo, Janantan, Niles Dickish, Wumga, Tachyon, Mormor XD, Sir Burrito Bandit, Snap, Crackle, and Pop, Gorthor, The Man Who Ate the Moon, Boomstick, Lalzapan, Mortem 11, Foxtrots, Lightning Eyes, JS Chip. I'm going to tell you, I got a sub here from Full of Real World Problems. I have no idea why, but it is dimmed in Streamlabs. Every other one is bright. I have never seen this before. It's like, it's a translucent subscription. I have no idea. If you click it, it does that. You're right. How did you know that? It's amazing. Rump Chump, Big Man 3D, Feral Crowbar, Polar SS, Zaphid B, Yummy Gum, Pork Smush, Yoden Von Doom, Soapy Sloth, Fufu 303, Renface, Sourpuss Pro, Newman 104, Jake Monroe, Fungi and Foe, Admiral Akbra, Frosty Jesus, Slobberman, Mundo Chemical Romance, Turtle the King, Varroa, Rankwise, Deathmaster, Forever Scott, Modus Onan, Asher H, Ghostface Krillin, Neptunes 0069, Girdlepoo, That Peon Gain, Eluin Host, RV Mac, Bestis Git, TV Man 96, Genocide, this is just something in binary, 0011011, 0001111, Thorogu, Businessman Salamander, The Motivated Gapes, Jojo Canelo Jojo, Arc Trooper 117, The Utopian, Slash Teryx, Super Dong Double Jam, Okapus, Sick Soldier, The Q90, Cheesy Monkey, Rai Raichu, Adzi245, Horsey, Wango, Porcion, Doomlord 5, Enriched 1, Ahem Darvid, Cody Pugh, Goose Gretzky, Worm Basilisk, Shellback 27, Axel FTV, and Chris Blue. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for making an effort to watch without ad block. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for the Northernlion Live Super Show, twitch.tv/Northernlion. For now, thanks for watching. You can go watch Kate, twitch.tv/LovingMomo. See you there. Goodbye. See you tomorrow.